Jesus,
What happened?
when did we start streaming?
You need to change your fucking.
Sorry.
I must have a hotkey
It's not
that
your-
like
it's not your
starts
fault.
streaming.
Yeah,
That's
check
all right.
your hotkeys. This is every time now.
Here comes the timer. We're waiting on one. Hopefully he shows up. He's got 5 minutes.
Or is this?
You
Is
should-
it
Quick unmute the shout out. Thank you, Jesterz, for that subscribe. And you're gonna want to make sure you smash that like, comment, and follow button, folks. Just kidding. Back to the
Is that-
countdown. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hoard of the Dragon Queen. We're on episode 4, but unfortunately, we're missing somebody. I think somebody had a pretty high-level sleep spell cast on him. Because Bathin the Warlock is not with us yet. I believe that he'll probably show up, just slightly delayed. So we'll have to find some way to RP that in. But here we are. Let's catch up. Where were we at? So we are currently in the town of Greenest. We're gonna adjust the Skyrim music because it's just a little bit too much. I don't quite have the capacity to.
You know what? I'm not gonna turn my stream on so I can listen to music in the back. I was jealous last week.
Yeah. Host it.
You know what?
Throw it up on the host. Okay. So we are in the town of Greenest. It's been a very long night. The town of Greenest, as far as we know, is under attack by the Cult of the Dragon. We've met several of the key cult players. We've gotten a couple of key pieces of information. One of which, gentlemen, I do have to retcon. Every time that I said that the Raiders' camp was northeast or northwest, I was actually lying to you. It's actually to the southeast. So you can amend your notes. The Raiders' camp appears to be to the southeast, not to any other direction.
Are we sure they just weren't lying to us?
Maybe he's lying to us right now.
No, that's not subterfuge. That is retcon changing to make sure that everything plays out.
Prove it. Okay.
And I wanted to send you this way instead of... Oh, Semper's new. Thank you for joining, Semper. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We're playing a little...
Is also changed?
No, your bond is still the same. You still need to find your monk friend. Leosin Elenthar, I do believe his name is.
Yeah,
What's that?
he
Is
was
the
going.
camp-
He was at the camp northwest, so that means that.
Yes, so he tried to infiltrate the Raiders' camp, which we now know to be to the
Okay, alright.
southeast. That is our one amendment. Semper, so this is a good update for you. Here's what's going on. We are currently in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Don't be scared. I was when I first started playing, but it is a ton of fun. We are here
I'm
on an
terrified.
adventure. The adventure's name is Hoard of the Dragon Queen. And here's where we're at. We're in this little town called Greenest. Greenest is normally a lovely little spot. Unfortunately, Greenest is currently under attack. We arrived in the early hours of the evening. It was about 9 p.m. And we could see that the town is on fire. There's a dragon swooping overhead. All things were going crazy. So we've been going about the different parts of Greenest, saving townsfolk, expending resources. It's now I think 2 o'clock in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. So the dawn is not too far away, and it's been a long night for our adventurers. Our adventurers have a shiny new token. They've got a new player token that I've added for you guys. Look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we are attempting to save the town, and where we last left off, if we jump back over here to the Keep of Greenest. Here we are, scrolling over, scrolling down, there we are. All right, so we are currently in Greenest's Keep, and the Keep itself has a pretty good stronghold. Most of the townsfolk have been able to fall back to here and be safe from the raid for the most part. But we were just brought outside the gates by who appeared to be commanding the raid for the evening. They called us out and had a couple of captures that we were going to try and save. That didn't quite work out. We'll save that story for another time. If you're really interested, you can rewatch what actually happened. But we didn't actually save anybody. In fact, we kind of pissed off the cult even more. They were already pretty pissed off, but they told us that we might want to turn our attention to the town's mill, which apparently is on fire. So they've told us that, hey, we're going to go burn down your mill. And Governor Tarba Nighthill, the man himself, the man in charge of this little town, has asked the adventurers to go and save the mill, because without it, the town would be in a real rough spot. They wouldn't be able to basically have any food, and they'd be in a bit of trouble. Let's see. So I've got 1, I've got 2, I've got 3, I've got 4, 5. Is that everybody? That looks like everybody. Okay, so let's pick back up. We're jumping back in. I assume chance. Oh yeah, here we go. Bathin the Warlock. I just saw change from gray to green on Discord, so I assume he'll be coming in very shortly.
Good.
Good.
Last we talked to the party, there was a bit of derision. Everybody's still friendly, I hope. But there was a little bit of contestation going on.
Hey! There we
Hello,
go.
sir.
There we go.
Is that
What happened?
Is that the warlock himself?
Yes, it is.
Tis I.
Jesus, good morning.
Wake your ass up.
You had us a little worried there, little Bathin.
I was terrified. Oh,
Are y'all good? Oh no, he's gone again.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
Sorry,
Hello.
oh,
Is he really? No.
Who knows, dude?
Who knows?
Are y'all good?
Something?
Are we here? Are we good?
Is this okay?
All right. Oh my god, hi.
Here we go.
Cool. Hey, Aragon, thanks for joining, man. All right, we've got Semper, we've got Aragon, we've got Bathin, maybe? Yes? No?
Yep.
Let's pick up. So we just gave the recap of what we did last time. We are just out. Well, we're just in the keep, and you guys need to tell me what's our next plan. Where are we going? Are we gonna answer the call for aid as we have before?
We're going to the mill.
Do we wanna go to the mill?
I just one question. Monk's master is infiltrating the camp, but is he still the other way around, or is he towards
No,
the camp
it's with the camp.
Okay, good. Well, I'd say
Yeah.
we should go there.
One small, excuse me, one small amendment for your notes there, Chance. The Raiders' camp is to the southeast, not to any other cardinal direction I might have mentioned earlier.
okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go on up to the town map. Then I assume that we're gonna start there, and let's talk about what the plan is. So we shuffle out of the keep. And which direction would we like to go? Are we gonna? So the mill is down here, in the southwest. I assume that we're gonna take our secret tunnel out that we've uncovered. Am I correct in that assumption?
I'll let
but-
Monk decide.
Well, we can't go out the front door.
What do you mean?
That
we
would be
can't go out
unwise.
the front door?
We can go out the
Yes,
porta potty
obviously,
door
this is
on the
the-
side that I still forgot the name again.
Oh, the
The
Yeah,
Sally
let's-
Lunch?
Let's go
Or
down
Sallyport?
Sallyport. Let's go down the secret tunnel.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So
Good idea.
as you guys head back into the cellar and through the secret tunnel that leads out of the keep into the southern stream bed, I'm gonna have you guys make just a little bit of a stealth check for me. So everybody go ahead and roll a d20 for stealth, add your modifier. I just want to see some basic numbers that may come into play now, it may come into play later. We're just getting the numbers out there.
Also, do we have to pick our walking order?
Yes, not a bad idea. Let's establish a marching order.
Jesus, that's 23.
I'm a stealthy
Dude,
paladin.
God.
I got 23.
I got 15.
I'll give you a break, Bathin. You just woke up from a nap. I assume that is where you're at, if I had to guess.
Once we start walking, he'll get his senses together. A little bit more stealthy.
I figured you had one of those accidental naps. Sneak up. Okay. All right. So what's the plan? You guys are in the riverbed. You know that the mill is to the west along the river. You can see there are some torches and fires that are burning to the south of you. It looks like maybe the roof of one of the houses is caught on fire. Down here, you guys tell me what path you'd like to follow, and we'll go from there.
Do you guys want to go across the water, or do you want to go in the forest on the left?
I think we should
I'm thinking
stick to the forest.
Sounds like a good plan.
Something stealthy.
I say we can get to the edge over here, and then we can just look at the fire we're seeing is from this house, right?
That is correct.
So we can just try to get closer and see what's going on in there too.
Yeah, maybe
Right here.
take a.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
All right, so let's go.
All right. So as we move the party down the riverbed, you guys don't encounter any patrols or anything. It seems like perhaps the main source of raiding and looting has moved on just a little bit. Maybe they're not so interested in this part of town anymore. And you don't see anybody in the immediate vicinity as you guys move up into the southern part of Greenest.
I say we keep going.
Good. What do we see across the stream over there?
It looks like the thatched roof of a house has started to burn, but it looks like it's probably beyond your guys' ability to put out. At this point, the fire is pretty much started to consume the house.
Does it sound like there's anybody inside, or is everybody gone pretty much from what I can tell from there?
From your vantage point, you're not able to see anything, and you don't hear any screams or cries for help.
Okay.
So this is a house, not the mill.
The one to your south is a house here.
Okay.
The mill as directed by Escobar. The red is to the western part of town in the southwestern corner.
All right.
I should move around here. See what's on the other side of the river.
Absolutely. I follow
We're
Monsters.
doing this.
I follow
We
Monsters
should do it.
lead instantly. Let's go.
All right, give me a marching order just so I know who's going where.
Who's got good perception?
Uh,
I got 15 passive perception.
15.
What? So now we're over here. Okay.
Yeah, so you guys have been moving in. You creep along the stream bed into the river. You gotta draw those little tiny tick marks. Those are so hard to delete.
You can move the piece and then just highlight.
Classic Azrael. Yeah, I didn't give you guys the ability to move the piece, but I can do that. There you go. All players now have the ability to move the piece. Please use it wisely because I will strike you down if you move it into a stupid location.
I am the one with smite.
Yeah. We've seen your brand of smiting. Yeah. All right. I need one more group stealth check as we cross this road here.
Across the road. One more.
19.
I'm still very stealthy for a paladin.
Way too much. I suck.
Just fumbling around this monster.
Don't you usually trip when we're getting in fights and stuff too?
I think he rolled his ankle.
All right. Despite the noise of one of your party members, yeah, he's taking a drink as he kind of trips across the road. Again, you guys don't see anything. You know, you see some burning houses, you see some previously broken in doors, but no townsfolk, no raiders. It appears to be pretty quiet in this part of the town. And
Just keep
Does
going.
any
Just like past
house,
this
does
river.
any house seem like it's got valuables or like a forge or something like that?
from quick observation, they all look pretty similar.
All right, we'll just keep moving then.
Guys, let's
No.
stick to the trees.
So this, which one is the mill?
So
Can you tell from here?
Yeah, from your vantage point, you're able to see the mill is not too far away. And as you guys get closer, you're about, 200 feet away now? From the banks of the trees, you can see that there are... excuse me. There are a group of raiders standing about the mill. Let me drop you onto the map here. Which direction are you guys going to approach from? Do you want to approach from the other side of the stream, or do you want to cross the stream and come in from the south side?
I say we can stay in the trees over there.
We should go
Like here.
move behind, and see what's in the back of the mill.
From the
We can
back
come from the other side of the river because we can see what's
Sure.
what's happening.
Let me just reset the fog
Like-
here really quick.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna draw here just a little bit of action.
It's the point of entry right here.
Jesus.
Just want to make sure everybody sees it. It's over here. With my color, that's almost the same as the map.
Okay. Oh, I'll look. I like the play. Okay, we're coming in from that side. All right. I gotta redraw. The one problem with this mill map is it's a little small, so I gotta kind of move stuff around as you guys decide to.
I would like to maybe stop at the edge of the river and see while we're still
See if
stealthy,
it's-
see what's up, see if we can see something
Yeah.
in the back of the mill.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna put you guys right here in the corner of the mill map, and I'm gonna drop you in now. Here we go. Scene change. Okay, what can we see? That's a giant dark square. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so from your vantage point, around the side of the mill there, you guys are able to see. Ignore that turn order. That was a misclick. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. You guys are able to see the side of the mill here. It appears to you in all of its splendor. And when I say splendor, I mean it's a
Ooh.
small town mill. Thank you, Blood of the Mage, for your amazing map.
Ooh.
But you do see fires glowing from the southern portion of the mill, and you can actually see as you guys were kind of walking up, there appeared to be several kobolds holding torches that were kind of half-heartedly trying to light the mill on fire.
All right, out of character, remind me. We know there's people inside the mill, correct?
You haven't heard any
No.
word of people in the mill. The request was to go and stop them from burning down the mill.
Burning down the mill. Okay.
Who was the one that told us about the mill first?
Escobert.
Well,
Let's go bear.
No.
if you guys remember
No.
correctly, you were actually told
It
by
wasn't-
the
Nighthill, Governor Nighthill.
No.
No.
That was the cultist, wasn't it?
correct, yeah,
Yeah.
the cultist
They
called
said,
out
"We're gonna
saying,
burn down
"Hey,
your mill."
Mm,
yeah, pretty much."
And he
Nice.
said the kobolds are half-heartedly trying to burn it.
Yeah, I might have said that.
They're giving about as much effort as a kobold could give, huh?
Let's
That's an
start
excellent.
walking.
That's an excellent way to say that.
Sound like a threat.
I'll start walking slowly. Still on the other side, trying to see what's on the other bank.
All right, stealthing through the water. You've been rolling high. Give me one more roll, but this time I'm going to give you disadvantage because you're kind of splashing through.
I thought we were still on. There's no trees. I wanted to stay on this side of the trees.
We're going to say even with your half elf eyes, from the trees that are non-existent on this portion of the map, you are unable to see anything. So
Okay.
let me know if you'd
Guys
like to
don't-
move into the river.
No. Because I can't move over.
He's a high
If
elf.
we're going to engage these kobolds, I don't want to be.
I'm a high elf though.
Stuck
If
on the side
if
of
that
the
changes
river.
anything. Monster is the half elf.
I don't want to be stuck on this side of the river and have the river slow us down in a fight.
No, but
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the river itself is not very deep. It's only about shin.
Monsters.
It's more a stream than a river.
I didn't see
really.
anything on the other side, monk.
oh, well, it must be in front then.
Must be,
This
Yeah.
must be... Shall we get closer?
Let's see.
Monster, should we get closer?
Can we cast a large bush, like an illusion, a large bush?
I just want a bush. Can I get something like a bush?
Just
We'd
a
like to
magical
use the
bush comes out of
large
nowhere?
bush spell, please.
I can try to go on the other side, make a campfire, try to distract them.
Let's
I
get
can cast-
across the river and hide in between that wheel and the actual structure of the mill.
Alright,
Oh yeah.
so I'm gonna go real. Oh yeah, you're right.
Like here?
This way. Then we can just real slowly. Can we feel which side the tide is going? Not the tide, but the current.
Really? Really?
I don't
This
know. I
this-
don't know. I don't want to let myself drift. I don't want to make too much noise.
you're going.
It's ankle deep.
Yeah, it's about shin deep, and you're going against the
Shin
current
deep.
as you head to the
So,
west. It
I
flows
belly
from
flop
west
and I
to
start
east.
swimming.
Don't.
Ankle deep. Okay.
Bard.
Are you sure you
Bumps.
really want to belly flop and start swimming? Because I'll make you
I don't wanna
athletics roll
belly flop.
for
I
it.
wanna. Oh god, Jesus.
Bard, come on.
I'll just. Okay. I'll just start walking. I'm still mad at Ezreal. I'll just walk behind Mucksters.
Can we hear something?
I walk back a little bit and I go, Bathin, Clara, you guys coming?
Yeah, that is an excellent question. Why don't you tell me if you can hear something? Go ahead and make a wisdom insight or a wisdom insight. Why would this say performance check? That doesn't make any sense.
Wisdom. I can do a performance check.
Let me check your performance.
I have +8 performance. Can I do a performance check?
No, please do a wisdom insight check. I'm not really sure why it says performance as an alternative.
Okay.
Well,
Mm.
uh,
I actually found out today that this module was written
6.
as they were still figuring out the rules to 5e. Fun
oh,
fact.
Jesus.
And
Nice.
that's probably why they chose performance.
Yep.
6. Oh my, we're pretty deaf.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wrote a
I got
14.
+4 in sight.
It's the water. It's the water.
Bath and Clara, would you guys like to
Join us?
check out on those?
Yeah, we're just moving across the river.
Defiant cat.
Jesus! Clara belly flopped and she swam. I knew that was
Let's
faster.
cast Dimension Door.
DM trying to slow me down, telling me it's not okay.
Dimension door.
Oh, there's the 15. All right. So for those that haven't played D&D before, quick little tidbit. So what I called for there was what's called an ability check. They would roll normally if we had dice, a 20-sided dice. They would add whatever special numbers they get to add or subtract, and then the total value is what you'll see here on your screen. And I have a specific number in mind that I'm going to say, okay, if they roll a natural 20, for goodness sakes,
Hey!
that's pretty good for them. That means that they're going to be hearing or seeing or, whatever they're doing is going to be pretty successful. If they rolled like
Bionic-
a 1 to a 10,
Bionic ears.
that's not very successful. So as you guys creep up, several amongst you, including your sharp, keen warlock, catches kind of a sound. It's almost like a creaking of a floorboard from the upper portion of the mill. And then a hushed, like a quick, like, shh. And I'm sure if my mic didn't pick it up, that was a shh.
I think.
I'm just gonna, ask Mike. Did you guys hear something? Cause I can't hear shit here.
What? What?
It sounds like someone moving around inside the building and being told shush.
It's an ambush.
There's people in there.
There could be people inside.
We gotta be careful.
What if we burn down the mill before they can, so we can get whoever's inside?
Well, we're here not to burn down the mill. To save the mill. I'm pretty sure not burning it down. Oh wait.
I'm okay with
We
that.
could-
part. Only
we
if we
could-
know for sure there's nobody inside.
We could smoke them out with an illusion,
Yeah.
like fake.
I mean,
like they're,
Maybe.
it's their own tactic.
That'd be
That's what they do.
that'd be a pretty tricky illusion. Just out of character here, saying that you want to make smoke
You
that
have-
doesn't actually smell like smoke.
I take my bag of. No, I'm not.
Prestidigitation.
You have a bonfire spell. Okay, we take some like
I can-
wet
I
shit
can't
from the
even smell
ground
that.
and we make the bonfire, and then we smoke out the.
I can just make a bonfire. I'll
That's
just
what I'm
make a
saying. You
bonfire.
cast bonfire.
Okay, that works. So I can
Guys,
cast
what is the
bonfire.
point of this again? We're gonna smoke out the mill.
Because there's probably an ambush in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's an
wait.
ambush.
Maybe
How-
maybe they're also villagers.
How tall is this building?
There are 2 stories to the mill.
If I remember correctly, guys, I think I remember seeing some
It's a mill of 2 stories.
kobolds half-heartedly burning a mill. They wouldn't half-heartedly burn it if there was people in there. They were trying to get in the other place and just wrecking havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Is the door just in the front?
There are no doors on this side. You did spy a door here that the kobold was at. As you guys were kind of approaching the mill, but from your vantage, you weren't able to see around that darkened
Are
corner.
these windows
This
here?
window.
Yeah, that's a window there.
Correct.
I believe a window here.
Mhm.
But I can't see that window there.
I did.
You were told about the window there.
No, I told Monk.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
oh.
You were specifically not told.
I told everyone except Azrael.
Oh, okay.
No, okay, I told everyone.
I'll try to be.
Somebody
Who is
sneak
the
up and
stealthiest
under
member of
the
our
wall
party?
And try to find
Not
something
I.
from the window. Like
I
maybe
Even though my
just
rolls are
taking a
good.
peek.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
All right, Monkster, go ahead and peek in your. Oh, and okay,
No, I'm
the two of you guys, go ahead and roll for stealth.
I'm right behind Monsters.
Jesus.
Always.
All right, that's a 15 for me.
Ooh, that's 22.
Ooh, nice, good roll. Okay, so you guys are able to stealth up into the area. You see, in the window, you look through, and it's dark. Again, you guys have some good vision to you.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for the
Hiya.
follow there, Flapjack.
Fun name.
Yeah, I like it, right? So you guys are able to see into the window, and as you peek through, you see the darkness of the mill, but nobody inside. From your vantage point in the window, before the light fades away from you, you're not able to see anybody on the ground floor of this mill. But looking up, you do see that there are holes in the ceiling that look like they might be used for dropping grain down, maybe from a storage. And as you look, it looks like maybe you're looking underneath of some stairs that are very clearly marked on the map. So we'll just say that you're looking from underneath of the stairs.
So I can't see anybody in there. I'll walk up and put my ear to the glass. Can I hear anything else?
Give me a
Or is that-
perception roll, I guess. If you're gonna try and discern a little bit more, we're gonna take a roll from you.
Ooh, that's a 1.
You perceive
I'm gonna
there's
roll.
glass in your face.
What?
Hey, Aragon just cheered as many ones as you rolled. Okay, well, a 1 is pretty bad in the D&D world. Some DMs like to play with skill checks. When you roll a 1, it's a critical failure. When you roll a 20, it's a critical success.
Everyone knows.
I'm one of those DMs, and I really like it when my players roll a 1 because it means I get to think of something creative.
I'm just
You're
putting
not
my
deaf.
ear to the glass. What could I do? Am I gonna break the glass with my face?
Well, this is-
lean on it, it's gonna
This is a simple farming village. They don't have glass in their windows. They've got nice wooden shutters. Man, Aragon's just bringing the cheers in. Thanks, man.
Oh god, splinters.
Yeah, you're gonna take 1d4 of splinter damage. You take 3 damage from the abrasive splinters that
No.
that go into your ear when you try and. Oh man,
And
yeah.
then I turn to Monsters and I go, I didn't hear anything.
Jesus, you're here!
I like how you yelled that instead of
Oh yeah, I yelled it.
just discreetly.
I splintered all my ear.
Alright.
That was not a smart move, but I had to do it.
Yep, sometimes you just gotta. Alright, what would you guys like to do? You don't hear any immediate reaction from inside the mill. Your yell does kind of spark some interest from around the corner.
How high up is the wheel here?
The wheel itself goes down into the water. The column there is only about, the post is only about 4 feet off the ground, with the stonework around it being about 8 feet off the ground.
Oh, we could go up there.
With 8 feet, is there a way to see inside if you're standing at the 8-foot portion?
It doesn't look like there's any way to see through the post. It looks to be pretty snug. You might be able to see, straight down the line, but around it you wouldn't really be able to see much.
Is there a way to open?
Like, there's no windows on this side. I feel if I'm standing right here, I should be able to see if there's windows.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
so-
sorry. The reveal didn't quite catch that wall. No, there are no reels. There are no windows
Okay.
on that wall.
Is there a way?
Are we wanting to set fire to this mill?
I don't think so.
Save it. We're here to save it. We're not gonna.
I
Destroy
mean,
it.
Yeah, there's still
Is there a way to open the
We
windows?
still need to use this in this town after we save it from.
Yes,
the
yeah.
windows are just wooden.
They just
shutters.
have wooden
They
shutters. I think
But
you would have
can I
figured
just-
that out.
Yeah, but can I just pull them open, or are they blocked from the inside?
Yeah, you can pull them open. How could you see in if they were blocked from the inside?
Oh,
Maybe
Maybe they're
it
like
is a
nailed
crack.
shut.
Maybe
Let's
there's
get in. I
a
dare
crack
you.
in the window.
Whoever wants to go in, let me know.
Feels like a job for a real hero.
Jump in.
Yep. Let me
For
go
a
get
real
up here.
hero, and then I wink at Monsters.
Let me get up here.
I'll just jump in.
Why not? You're the best. I know you can do this. I believe in you.
All right.
I'll be right behind you, Monsters.
Not suicidal though.
This is how you write. This is how the greatest stories are written. This is how the greatest stories begin.
I'll
I
go
can
in
shield
first.
you. I'll shield you before you go in.
I'll go in first.
And I look at the warlock and I turn to Monsters and I go, "You're gonna let him steal your glory?"
I'm not in it for the glory.
He's like, yes.
I have a song to write, monk.
You keep following this
And
monk.
I look at the ground. I'm a little bit disappointed in Monsters.
You keep following this monk.
All right. So somebody's climbing through the window. I take it. After immediately outside the window, somebody yelled in pain as they took splinter
What?
damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's-
All right. Cool. Who's
Apparently
climbing
that's what
through?
we're
You
doing.
going first?
Yep, I'm going first. Let's do this.
Hold on.
Wait.
You're
and then
just
I-
gonna go in?
I go, wait.
Yep.
And then I
I'm gonna
run.
either save lives or kill some bitches.
Clara,
do it.
Clara,
That's what I'm talking about. Where's this warlock been this whole trip?
Clara,
Yeah,
you hanging back here?
Got a
You have a plan?
yeah. Bit of a
Bjorn-
better plan than just jumping. And hold on,
Yeah,
let me see the
I was
window.
just say, Bjorn, can you cast invisibility on me?
Level 2 spell
would
cast,
help.
please. Please. Like I have spell slots left.
Yeah, none of us have spell slots.
Oh,
Hold on.
Only I have the spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the
Hey,
only
guys,
one
I
who's
hear
back
movement.
after a short rest.
I hear
Hold on.
movement.
I can prestidigitate like crazy.
Okay. Well, there's movement. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear some movement?
Nope.
I hear
Oh.
movement.
Not
Oh,
hearing
that's right.
anything.
Bjorn only can hear splinters right now.
What?
So stop yelling.
I'm just like punching his shoulder, just like shut.
As the party continues to deliberate whether or not they should climb through the window,
We should have climbed through.
a kobold holding a torch walks around the corner to investigate a little bit of a noise that he thinks he might have heard.
He's holding a torch. It ruins his night vision. He can't see us.
No.
How far?
Yeah, but I mean,
How
it's a
far?
torch, and you're 10 feet away from him.
What technicalities, though?
We're 10 feet away from him.
As soon as he sees us, like
Quick,
throw a
kill him.
dart in his throat, trying
Oh,
to kill him.
Jesus.
Okay, all right, I'll let you have the first shot. We're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay,
Oh.
well.
I was gonna say press the digitation and snuff out his torch, and then kill him.
Why would we
I think
snuff out
kobolds
his
have
torch?
dark
There's no
Fuck.
reason to.
Don't worry about all those numbers. Some of them might be
Yeah.
used, some of them might not.
What? Oh, that's a good idea. That way you can.
Oh,
18.
look at
plus.
that! I'm gonna die.
And we'll start with Monkster's throwing dart as he sees the kobold round the corner with his spear.
I got 22. Life is good.
I got 4.
With your bonus?
My bonus is +0.
All right.
God.
The turn order really does not like. Here we go. Clear list.
Why am I highlighted yellow?
Because you're about to die. I don't know.
You're in doo-doo.
All right. There we go. Add turns. Okay. So you guys can all throw in your initiative. For the uninitiated here in Dungeons and Dragons, whenever combat starts, we roll those 20-sided dice, just like we do for just about everything else. And the number determines who gets to go first. It's kind of like a real-time strategy game mixed with a turn-based strategy game in that everybody's going to get a turn, but it's all happening in 6-second intervals of real time. So though we're going to go through the order, it's kind of all happening all at once. This kobold himself rolled the 13. Not bad, not bad. So Monksters, you're gonna start the combat, and then we're gonna go from there. You guys do have a
Claire,
surprise
are you in the
round.
building?
No, she's right behind you. All right, Monksters.
That's a 1.
Oh, look!
God damn, why?
That's a 1.
Why do you always do this?
What's the
1 plus
Well, the
6,
kobold's surprised, so
what's the damage on a dart?
1d4 plus 4.
Oh.
hold on. The kobold's surprised, so
Oh, but
you
it's-
should get advantage.
It's also a 1 for the damage.
Are you messing with me, or is that serious?
No,
That
no,
sounds-
that's
that sounds-
completely serious.
No,
That's
sorry,
super much.
The surprise
That
giving
sounds
advantage.
legitimate, though.
Let's see.
I thought that
I'm gonna open the DM book that I have access to because I'm a DM on Nether.
yeah, of course you are. Yeah.
Yeah. You think you can make that work? Okay, sure.
Yes.
If you can do it, I can do it.
Conditions 90.
Well, if he missed so bad that he couldn't even hit the kobold, you can't make him hit himself. He can't even hit that either. He's gotta
Oh
miss
no!
himself.
Don't worry, he's not gonna hit himself.
No! The back of my head!
Both in front of me.
Motherfucker.
Only 5 damage, so.
The attack card that you can't see.
I'm fairly certain that Bjorn is gonna be taking 5 damage to the back of the head on a critical miss. You roll a 20, it's an automatic success. You roll a 1, something bad's gotta happen. That's the luck of the draw.
So it's up to you if the kobold can't see him, then he has advantage on the attack.
The kobold walked around the corner with his torch to investigate the sound. He can see you guys.
sees it.
Bjorn Bonjono, go ahead and take. I'm feeling generous. Take 3 damage.
No, I'll take the full damage.
All right.
I can't cheat. I don't want to cheat on it. Alright. So...
Mucksters, you want to do any movement or bonus actions? Maybe punch your teammate in the back of the head?
Donkey punch him.
No, he already put a dart in the back of his head.
Ah,
All right,
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
just to try to redeem myself. I'm just gonna just jump in front of him and smash him with my fist.
All right. Little bonus attack.
Actually, I'm gonna use my quarterstaff since.
You're not even gonna take your dart out of my head?
Can you use?
I'm sorry.
Can you?
I throw it in and then I run immediately.
Do you have the key points to use your quarterstaff?
The key
He's
point?
fully cute
I don't
because
have
we
the
short
key.
rested.
Well, your attack was a dart, right? So that was your main attack. Do you have
yeah.
I was gonna say, do you have a bonus
I'm
action
sure.
you want to use?
Oh yeah, but I can actually I can use the quarterstaff. It's just gonna be a punch then.
Okay, cool. Punch away.
Pow.
Okay.
Hit him with the punch.
All right. What the? So that's 11 plus 6, so that's 17 for the hit and plus 7 for the damage.
Okay.
That
Well,
seems so hard.
as we know, kobolds are pretty weak. Despite throwing a dart into the back of your friend's head, you are able to hit him with the solid 1 punch. So as you dart forward, and lead with a very strong right hook, you catch the kobold. He kind of falls to the side and lands dead.
Vanishes.
Yeah, his corpse vanishes. You didn't punch him quite that hard. No, he can still be there if you really want to have the corpse lay around. But
Nah.
usually we get rid of the tokens just for the fun of it. Okay,
Allow him to lose transparency slowly.
so that was your movement, your attack, your bonus attack. I think you might have maybe a little bit more movement left if you want to do what I saw you maybe thinking about doing.
That was not me, but no, I'm just gonna while I'm here, I'm just gonna try and peek him around the corner.
Okay, so you are going to take a step forward.
Well, yeah, but
Are we out of combat now?
I'm just peeking, like I'm not fully exposing myself.
Sure. No, you guys are still in combat. I'm sorry.
I'd say what?
As you peek around the corner, you see that there are several other threats in the immediate vicinity. You see a couple of humanoids there. You see a kobold and a guard that's kind of both looking in your direction.
Monk, what do you
they
see?
haven't noticed the rest of the party yet, so for all intents and purposes, they are still in surprise round. You guys have more actions before they become actually active, but you can see they're there.
Right, there's 2 of them. A kobold and a cultist.
All right, Clara, it's your
Did
turn.
they see you?
Okay.
I don't think so.
I can't move far enough to actually do anything, so I'm just gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And
Dash or just standard move?
just standard move.
Okay.
Might as well dash if you want to get a bit further.
Do you want
Nah.
to assist or anything like that?
Who's gonna go after me?
Asriel is the closest after you. That you're next to. Can you assist anybody in the party?
Assist is one of those weird actions that's like in the handbook, but it kind of only half makes sense.
Oh.
So, can he just
On
assist people
the
next to him, or?
The next ability check it makes to perform the task you were helping with, so I can't do it for an attack or anything. So I'll just end my turn.
Gotcha.
Oh, you might as well.
Is that true? The assist is only for ability checks? I thought it was for attacks.
You can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet of you. You feint to strike the target, or in some other way team up. So no creatures within 5 feet.
That makes much more sense. All right, carry on. Bathin. Bathin's going through the window.
I am.
Yes,
I knew
going
as
through the
much.
window.
I knew you were gonna go through that
Yes,
goddamn window.
dude.
I would advise against that, but
I still look like a cultist, right? when we left off?
Yeah, you got your mask. I mean,
Ooh.
okay, yeah, it
I
might
was
work.
like a damn cultist.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the window.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come in right there.
All right. As you jump through the window,
Oh, Jesus!
you see that several guards have dropped down from above, trying to get the jump on what they thought was the threat. However, there's nobody inside yet. They just see you, and they look over towards you, coming from the source of the commotion. And you better think of some creative RP here, my friend, because you're about to be face to face with what could be many enemies.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and cause tremors on the ground.
Okay.
It does no damage. It's just for show. But it's
I'll use prestidigitate.
Can't even say it right now. I use precision.
And you're gonna try and convince them that you're one of them, I assume.
Yes. I'm
Why
going
are you
to.
making the ground tremble then? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it's just
No, go ahead.
located inside the mill, not so much outside. And I'm going to. Let's see. I'm going to actually move closer to them.
Oh,
And say in a hushed tone.
why not? Why not?
I said I'm going to move closer to them.
No,
and
yeah,
say
no,
it
why not?
in a hushed tone. They're getting ready to come in and be ready.
All right. Go ahead and roll persuasion with disadvantage.
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 Okay.
You did coming through the window.
that'd be
a bunch.
deception because he's lying.
Yeah, wouldn't it be
Sure. You pick your poison.
I'll roll acrobatics.
Between
what
deception and persuasion, you may pick whichever one you'd prefer to go.
Can I roll
Which,
performance?
Now, what do I do for disadvantage?
You
Right.
just you roll you roll 2 d20s and you'll take the lowest one.
I'm gonna go grab a beer, but I can't.
You've got 2 more people. You got another person in
No,
front of
but
you.
I want to listen.
Oh yeah, of course.
Ooh.
Oh, well, fuck.
So yeah, a 6. You rolled a 2 and a 15. We had 4 to both of those. That's a 6. Okay, duly noted. We're still on surprise round.
You got any movement left? You have 6. You have 6 AC. You have
No.
6 initiative. Sorry.
No, I'm pretty much.
You're gonna die.
Oh, I'm not going down.
I'm grabbing a beer.
Alright, you guys
That's
review.
my turn.
Does he see that they don't believe him?
No, obviously I wouldn't know until it's too late. Why didn't I use the inspiration? Fuck.
Would have been a good
Well, you still would
idea.
have rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Well, it would
Well,
oh yeah, it would have.
It only cancels out disadvantage.
Maybe things have been different, you know? Gambler's
Maybe,
fallacy.
if he had only rolled a 1d20.
Very true. Very true.
We'll never know how those dice would have gone.
Damn you, fates.
Luckily, you got a bunch of low numbers in there. All right.
Well, it looks like I got a bunch of friends in here, so I think I'm not lonely.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back. Okay, Azrael Sky, it is your turn, my good man.
Holy shit.
Ooh, that was fresh.
I was waiting for that one.
Okay, so In shock, I turn around and I peek through this window. And I want to put Shield of Faith on Bathin.
That's maybe not a bad idea, you know. As you
Yeah,
peek
so
inside,
I'm
you
gonna-
actually see many armed people, all that are looking directly at your warlock friend. Well, friend may be a strong word. Your warlock companion.
Mm-hmm. So
Well,
I'm
at
gonna roll or do a.
He's
what
my
is this?
friend.
What do I need to do? What do I do for this spell?
How come this kobold gets to go in front of me?
He won't. You're in surprise.
I
round
So-
still.
disagree.
That's the
this
bottom
is
of the turn order.
so what I want to do, I can do my bonus action, but main action, or
Yes, you can. You can move, take a bonus action, and take a regular action as part of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
okay.
Like a
and-
salesman.
We got some people who have never played before. You know, they're here to find out what it's all about.
No, but that was just a salesman
Look.
pitch right there.
Before they can be qualified to watch your stream, they should read through the entire player's handbook.
That is a horrible idea.
I
not
don't
just
think
that-
most of the players have read through the player's handbook.
Yeah,
But it
let's
also-
not gatekeep our stream.
Yeah, and it also depends on the DM because I know, like with Critical Role and stuff,
Boys?
some of them allow your normal action can be a spell, then your bonus action can be a cantrip, stuff like that.
That's in Critical Role. That's because Tiberius is a sorcerer and he's using Quicken Spell.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's
All
like an
the
ability
same.
that they have.
We're not quite
All right.
critical role yet.
Not yet. Give it a
You're
couple days.
not quite Matt Mercer.
Yeah, man, I
Oh,
wish.
that's mean.
I would be handsome
mean.
and skilled at voice acting.
Okay, I'm actually gonna cast Sanctuary
He's got so
on
many
Bathin.
Yeah, you're just one.
Hmm. Sanctuary.
Passing like
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary.
Oh,
So what do I need to do for that? I need to do.
Am I clocking
For-
murder?
Don't
now?
believe
Spell.
you roll anything for Sanctuary.
Yeah.
I
So
just boom. Yeah, because there's no
Definitely.
instructions for that there.
the
You had advantage,
sanctuary, the
Bathin.
sanctuary spell says you ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, and if the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature, the spell immediately ends. So, you get a little bonus. They got to beat through the wisdom save before they can actually hit you.
also, I just
We-
realized, Bathin, you had inspiration. You could.
I know. I said the same thing.
Any
That's-
bonus actions or anything like that, Ezreal?
He winks at. it.
That's it for now until we get a game plan what we're gonna do with this poor soul.
Okay, Bjorn, you're up. And then we're going to
So-
go back to Monksters, and then the surprise round will officially have ended, and our people are going to start possibly retaliating. Maybe not. Maybe they believe that, you know, Bathin the Warlock that they've heard so much about from the uppers of the Cult of the Dragon
He's shaking in his
can be
boots.
trusted.
So, I'm still a bit disappointed by Mike's refusal to go in battle. So when I see Bathin jump right in, I'm pretty impressed. I walk a little bit
What are
back.
you talking about?
Well, I asked you to go in. You didn't want to go in. I'm gonna make a song about Bathin now. He's impressed me. He's impressed me twice.
You just want to be mad about
It's gonna be- it's
Get
gonna be
some bartender
scary.
back.
It's gonna be a scary song. 'Cause it's
You've
scary.
changed the subject of your song like 3 times now.
Oh, it's a very
He's
long,
very flippant.
epic. Oh, that's how it is, you know.
All right, so
So-
you're stepping up to the window. Are you going through the window as well? I just want to...
I'm trying to think what I want to do. I walk to the window and I notice how bad it's going.
It's looking pretty bad in there.
So I turn to Phiasko and I go, it's looking good.
It's looking pretty bad. A lot of drawn weapons and eyes staring directly your direction.
So
Yeah, it reminds me of about 20 minutes ago.
I don't know. I have nothing much to do.
Fire Dick Inspiration.
What do you think? Do we need to go in there
I
and
don't
save
know.
him?
don't
I
know.
have him on Sanctuary, but that's not 100%.
I should be
Okay.
fine.
I have a feeling like you're gonna take a little bit to walk in the window with me, my friend. Wait, actually, I get almost 2 turns in a row. Okay, give me half a second. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, jeez.
You guys are crazy.
I'm gonna cast Bonfire
In the mill, which you're trying to not burn down. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
All right.
Actually,
Take care. I think you guys should take care of the things outside.
You don't want to
Don't
cast,
worry
like...
too much about. Don't worry too much about me inside. Remember, I'm at full health, and I have my hellish rebuke.
Okay.
So I could almost guarantee to kill for at least 3 things. Things are going to die.
Clara, what do you want to do?
I was just going to say, you don't want to cast like vicious mockery instead of
Yeah, but
bonfire.
I can do that. That's just one person. I was trying to like at least restrict one spot next to him.
What does Vicious Mockery do?
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the scariest looking guy in here, and I can't tell. Oh, it's gotta be this one, right? Because he's solo. I don't know which one is the scariest. Which one looks the most menacing?
You tell me,
If you
man.
If you hit one of the
Well, I
kobolds, you have a
can't-
good chance to kill it because they don't have very much hit points.
Yeah,
One
and he
before.
did perceive splinters in his ear. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
not really the best choice to choose.
So I'm gonna start screaming insults at this kobold over here.
So you unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its turn. The spell damage increases by 1d4 when you reach 5th level, which we're not quite there yet. So, sorry, ping again for me.
This boy right here. Yeah.
That boy. 17, man. Not too phased by your vicious mockery.
Jesus! He's so smart.
Okay.
And I believe it doesn't take any damage. Yep. Ineffective mockery, you know? Good try.
Well, you know what? I'm not even
Yeah.
scared. Because I'm gonna insult it right away again.
Go for it.
I'm gonna insult
Yeah.
He's a-
We
What
skip.
is
it?
It's my turn. It's my turn again.
Excuse me. Yes, we're back at the top of the turn order. Go ahead and take another turn, and then we'll jump into Monksters after that.
He's a masochist. He's enjoying your screams. George,
Wait,
come
wait,
on.
wait. What's going on now?
Are you gonna try and vicious
Oh, wait,
mockery
I'm
again?
sorry,
We kind of skipped your turn in the first turn order.
Yeah. But
So-
now I'm back at the bottom, and 2 of them didn't play. Right?
No, we're at the top. Yeah, they were surprised.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to insult the same one again.
All right. Let's see if it's paying any more
Your
attention.
mama's so fat.
Oh, it's paying more attention this time.
Oh,
Give me a d4 of psychic damage, and it will also have disadvantage.
yes. 4.
Hey.
Tell me his head blew up.
Not quite.
Damn it.
From 4 damage. Of all the
Tell
damage.
me his head blew up.
Your mama's so fat.
Oh.
She lives in 2 area codes.
Ooh, that's I understand why it took you 2 rolls to get that one out. Monksters, you're up.
Boom.
Oh.
Alright, what's the...
I got you, Bathin.
Are the 2 guys next to me, these 2 guys,
Yes, sir.
why can't I paint there? These 2 guys?
Yes, them.
Where are they in the turn order?
Oh, you can just hover, by the way.
Can I?
If you hover, the turn order is going to show you which one is which.
Yeah, they're pretty far down there. 3
One's
and
turn.
One of them is not too far,
Oh, one of them is like...
yeah,
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dude. Just
3 and 9.
assume-
Yeah, but I want to know what they're
Once
gonna do.
hidden.
If they're gonna
Where's that
run
hidden?
inside or if they're
That's
not gonna
a
run.
bit metagamey, but
Yeah, the other person that can help you before their turn is right
Alright.
next to you.
yeah.
Everybody else is too low to do anything to help you, anyways.
Since
So.
we're gonna fight, I'm gonna...
You don't know that.
Well, I mean...
I just screamed insults at some dude that was
Yeah.
trying to uncover Bathin's secret, which he's very well guarding. No one knows.
Nobody knows.
So I'm gonna go here.
I call his mother fat. Phiasko, you proud of me?
Attack this guy with my
1982.
quarterstaff.
All right, this guy is holding up a shield. He is ready for your quarterstaff. You swing out. Give me a check against his armor class.
Smack him in the forehead. Do it.
So that's a 17 plus
Yes, finally.
plus 6, so that's a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Finally. Split his skull.
And that's a 4 damage. Woo! And plus
Ooh.
4, so 8 damage.
Oh! I hear the commotion
Oh,
on the
actually,
corner.
I rolled a d4. I'm stupid. It's a d6. So that would be 9 damage.
9 damage. All right. A palpable hit. Even though he tries to get his shield up, you catch him square in the nape of the neck. You hear some serious bones crunch, and he looks to be quite stricken. He drops to a knee, but looks back up at you with a scowl, and kind of grabs his short sword that was on the ground next to him, and his shield, and stands back up.
Alright. And I'm gonna use my my key strike. I don't know what it's called. What level up? Sorry.
Can we see anything else from Monk's position?
Oh, we can. Yeah, I should reveal a bit more. Actually, we can reveal pretty much everything now.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
a couple more kobolds and another guard.
I'm gonna use my flurries of blows on the same guy.
Okay.
So that's 2. So that's 2 times my unarmed strike, which is a d4. That's a 17 for the hit.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a 4 plus 4, so that's 8 damage per strike. And that's 6 damage on the second strike.
That guy should not have gotten back up. Your blow knocks him to the ground, and he does not stir. He's unconscious or dead.
There you go.
So when I hear the commotion around the corner, familiar sounds of monk fighting, I get a
Just the
big-
slapping of just.
my chest starts to flush, and it's happening, and I'm missing it.
Well, maybe you can see Clara do something amazing. Clara, you're up.
So I turn around to look at Clara.
Clara begins to vibrate with an otherworldly energy.
Typical Clara.
No, do you mind if I
My
roll
God.
my physical dice so I actually get some use out of them?
Of
We
course,
do
yeah,
that.
that's fine.
We've been doing that the whole time.
I trust
Yeah.
you not to. I trust you not to cheat.
I saw it behind my I saw my set behind my monitor. I'm like, wait, I could have been using these the whole time. So I'm gonna cast Firebolt, and that's
I rolled 32.
what's my yeah. Does a 42 hit his AC? No, does a 16 hit the kobold?
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, whimpering little kobolds, small little dragon humanoids. Those things have got no chance against the 16 fireball. For how much damage?
6.
Mm,
I want to be a wizard.
yeah, smoking them. The fireball collides with the kobold's chest. It kind of spreads over his shoulders, and leaves this dovetail of flames over both shoulders as he falls backwards, collapsing on the
So-
ground next to his guard friend, or maybe friend is too strong of a word.
Kobolds at 5 or 6 HP.
I give a quick glance at Clara with the sign of appreciation.
I just saw the fireball go through, and I heard the other person falling down to the ground, and I'm pretty happy about her performance.
Very nice, very nice. Bonus or movement, Clara?
2, 3 up. That's my turn.
Okay. Let's see who's up. We have ourselves a little kobold coming down with his dagger drawn. He throws aside the torch that he was kind of gallivanting around with, and he's going to try and stab out at our good friend Monkster. He's stabbing with a 1d20 plus 4 on the dagger. 15 against your armor class there, Monk.
Nope, I got 16.
No go. The kobold is not able to strike. But inside the mill, we've got action. On top of the mill, the mill wheel itself, kind of standing up, perched precariously on the wheel, stands an acolyte. The acolyte begins to kind of move its hands in a strange shape, as it appears to be casting a spell. You can hear it muttering in the dark there next to you, Bathin. And
Oh, I can see them all clear as day. I have dark vision.
oh well, in
Wait.
the dark for them, your dark vision's about to get a little bit more bright as a huge pillar of flame-like flame, I guess. Flame-like radiance. Flame-like radiance descends on you, and you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
So is
Alright,
the
somebody check
wheel
save.
not spinning then?
No, it's currently disengaged.
Okay.
So make your dexterity saving throw or take 3 damage.
Oh, and that 20.
Oh my god! You killed him!
An excellent dodge. I will let you reposition however you like within 10 feet with your dodge.
Oh my god, that's really good. Get closer to him, maybe they'll believe you more.
I have a feeling he would have wanted to get hit so he
Get
could
in the
help
face.
rebuke.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yep.
Oh my god!
Yep, classic Bathin.
Bring it!
Right into the fray.
I facepalm right away.
For the true God!
Realizing the huge mistake I've made in hooking my hopes on
It's
Bathin.
hard for me to say, but I like how this works playing now.
He's playing like a Hexblade, but he's not a Hexblade.
Happy to oblige. The guard here with his short sword and his shield attempts to bash you with his shield and follow up with a quick slice. 15 against your armor class.
It doesn't matter. He has to roll against my wisdom.
Yeah,
He's got to roll wisdom check.
he's got to do
Yeah.
the.
Oh, that's right.
Because it's sanctuary.
Phiasko thing.
That's right.
13.
So the spell save
yeah.
is 13. He's gonna roll 1d20. It's an 11. So he isn't able to.
Yes!
He can't convince himself to strike down one so sanctimonious as yourself. The sanctuary truly has
He believes it. He believes it.
has placated him. We have a kobold here with a 3 and a 19. So the second well, it's the 3 because he had disadvantage. That's why I rolled twice. So he's not able to strike you either. And then we're back to this outside kobold here. He pulls a sling out, aiming a stone at Monksters. He's gonna roll a d20. He's gonna add 4. Ooh, natural 20. That is a crit. Look at that stone. These guys and their stones. These kobolds have been training.
Right?
Whew! Double damage, which is only 2d4. So I mean,
8.
2.
No, what is it?
it is 2d4 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. The stone, it's 8 total damage. The stone comes flying.
They've been practicing.
He skies it way up into the air to get the extra arc on it, and it just comes
I
down.
feel like if he just
Right
swung
in the
it harder,
side.
that would be better.
Somebody mark that one.
There is pretty hard.
So 8 bludgeoning damage to you there, Monksters.
Yep.
Crit?
It's registered.
It was a crit, yeah. That's why I rolled twice. 2d4
Oh,
instead
okay.
of 1. This cultist here, seeing that things are not working so well in melee range, tries to step aside here and pulls out this wicked-looking kind of dragon wing bow. A pretty nice-looking
Ooh.
bow. Pretty dramatic, and not something that you'd expect for him to have inside of the key or the mill. But hey, he's got it. He's got it.
I want that. I want that.
Well, first of all, he's not even gonna hit, so I won't even bother to roll for his wisdom check. Let's roll and see if he even just shoots over your shoulder. No. He pulls his bow, and then he kind of sees a glint of his childhood self behind that hideous mask of yours. And he says, maybe I won't shoot this guy. He pauses momentarily, and it's back to you, Bathin.
Let's see. Well, you know what? I'm fucking this bitch up right here.
Yeah, let's start a fight.
Yep, yeah, because she done fucked up. I'm gonna shout, "You worship a false god. The one true god, Baldur, is the one you should worship."
Always a good
And your
call.
soul's right.
Always bash their gods before you bash them.
Yep, she's now polite. Yep.
You have no god.
Your god is dead to me.
Impotent
Alright,
god.
so
I am now your god.
of course I'm gonna do the most warlocky thing a warlock can do, an Eldritch Blaster. So let's go ahead and roll. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, a 9 against her armor class.
Surprisingly enough, her armor class is greater than 9, so that
Yes.
no.
I was gonna say
Does
there's
that
no way
mean-
that hits.
No, Baldur let me down. Damn it.
Your Eldritch Blast crashes into the millstone, taking a nice little chip out of it. You've got a nice little memorable chip there that you can maybe come back to Greenest if everything survives and say, hey, that was me. I'm the one that chipped the millstone.
I did that. Remember when we burned down the millstone? I did that. That little chip in there in the ruins.
let's
Bonuses,
see.
movements, anything like that?
30 years from now.
Yes.
when,
I'm gonna get up right up in her face.
Oh, of
'cause
court.
Fuck this thing.
All right.
Jesus!
You-
you took it.
Do it.
You are gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity.
That's right.
Oh!
No, hold on, because that one was for disadvantage, so it's a 12.
Ooh, that net 20 would have hurt.
Yeah, so both of those guys with your, I think your
Oh, I
sanctuary is
see.
actually broken now because you made
Yeah.
a attack.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
yeah, because he made an
Let's say
attack.
Chaz,
But-
don't forget you have inspiration.
But the 7 wouldn't hit me anyways, because my armor class is 11.
No, the 12.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah. So
12?
neither of those hit.
Your armor class is 11.
I'm a fucking warlock.
Well, you got hit by the 12 then.
Oh yeah, wouldn't I get hit with a disadvantage then?
Yes,
12?
yes. Sorry, you're correct.
Yeah.
So the kobold
Yeah,
will
roll the-
will stab you as you move away from him.
So
guess.
I was not even efficient in killing the kobold. They're making him useless.
No,
I didn't
it's
do
fine.
anything.
well, he didn't get a crit.
Yep, three damage from the kobold.
Ooh. Let's see.
Oh, with hellish rebuke.
Also, we need to all be
Yeah.
melodious. Semper is listening to us while she takes a bath, and she usually listens to music, so we'll do our best.
What?
Eh.
Why is this happening?
I feel the pressure.
Everybody starts singing their
Into-
turns.
Yeah, just give it like the monk chant.
Like a Gregorian chant.
Into the warlock's robes pierces the dagger.
So I look at
Well,
Why?
Still-
Why?
Speaking in tones.
Why would you just obliterate him with one of your casts
no,
of
no,
hellish
You
rebuke?
have to do a deck save.
Oh,
Remember, it's a dex
Um,
save,
if
half of that-
it fails, it takes half. 8 damage is plenty.
Bathin, would you just? He was like 1 or 2 HP. Why'd you destroy him like that?
He just melted him down.
Me
Your
too.
hellish rebuke obliterates the kobold.
He blows up. Starts melting.
So,
Oh, Jesus.
I am your god now.
Oh, you are in some trouble.
We're about to
I
find
should-
out.
I should spare the dying that little fucker and make him my slave.
Oh!
I think you overkilled him by a little bit too much for that to really,
Yeah, I don't think I can bring back ashes.
because it's when they're
I-
at exactly 0.
So what do these brothers do?
So one of them pulls out a throwing knife from his belt here. He throws it directly towards our good friend Bathin, and I'm guessing it strikes. 19 is pretty good.
Yep, it hit me.
And it's gonna hit you for four piercing damage. Good throwing knife.
Alright, so
Our second guy here is below you, so he's gonna have disadvantage because you're now up
Oh,
on
wait.
the mill wheel. Oh, sorry.
hellish rebuke.
Actually, time out. I believe
That's a
hellish rebuke is a reaction, and you've already used your one. So
Once per turn. That's a different
It's
turn.
once per full round.
Oh, it's per full round?
Yeah. You get the reaction back on your turn.
Okay,
If you
okay.
use it off of your turn.
Alright, that makes sense.
The first use
Okay.
is always the hardest.
yep,
Right. and how much was that kobold's damage? 3? I had the mindset.
negligible.
Alright,
yeah.
we're good.
Oh yeah, three damage. The excuse me, the second brigand who tries to come at you with his short sword has disadvantage, so he's going to be swinging up at you because he's below you, and unfortunately his blade skitches against the millstone and is not able to strike you. But they're closing in. Azrael Sky, you're looking through the window, and it's your turn as these cultists kind of come at your warlock. We are to determine friend was too strong, companion.
Person. They're coming at your person.
This thing.
They're
So,
coming at
yes.
the body.
I am going to have to go into the side of this window and help my friend at the
Well-
moment.
Look, if they're all focused on me and you guys coming through the door here, I guess wouldn't it be like a surprise? Because they're all like after me, right?
Yeah. Is it gonna have advantage or no?
Well, you're gonna run through a bunch of enemies first of all.
I'm going to
I mean, I
Press
should be
indicate.
fine. I should be fine for like right
come
now.
in right there.
Whew, when I see that, I'm
I look at
impressed.
Bjorn and I said, I look at him and I say, we shall prove ourselves in glorious combat.
Oh, and then I understand somehow the reference, and I have the biggest smile on my face.
When did our
And then I'm
paladin
torn.
turn
And then
into
I'm torn.
Reinhardt?
Instantly, I'm torn.
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for WoW RP. You can take your advantage or your inspiration for that one.
That was
Azrael.
some Overwatch, I believe.
Yeah,
that was
Oh, that's
Overwatch.
right. It's all Blizzard to me.
Reinhardt.
Let's remove the inspiration.
Precision German engineering.
So I come in with a
baby.
sword. I come in with a sword and I'm ready to swing. I haven't been able to. Wow.
Yeah, you've been dry. Not
Yeah.
not a lot
Somehow,
of
for
blood
some reason.
recently.
And I'm just gonna do my great sword. I'm just gonna swing it. So I am
Are you willing to use your inspiration?
20. Yeah, what do I need to do? The 1d20 plus my proficiency. What do I?
So you do 2d20 and take the highest.
Yeah, so inspiration just gives you advantage or cancels
Yeah.
disadvantage. It basically just lets you
Okay,
have
not
the
any
extra roll
disadvantage.
chance.
Yeah, 1d20 plus my.
Proficiency plus strength modifier.
If you're using the D&D Beyond thing,
Oh!
Hey, that's a
oh,
crit.
nat 20.
That's the head exploding again. Yes.
That's a crit.
What a
and
strike.
Then, and then
Is it 2d8?
2d6 plus 3.
Yeah, so do you
So
normally
that'll
roll
be
1d6?
4d6 plus 3.
No,
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 no.
it's 2d6 plus
So
3.
So
you would
it's
roll
yeah,
3d6.
4d6 actually.
Oh,
you
4d6.
double your damage dice. Oh man,
Okay.
what a great sword.
So I was gonna. This is the. By the way, this is the one I'm hitting.
Which one?
This one.
Okay,
We didn't
sorry.
really-
I actually missed it.
Yeah. All right, so 1d6 plus 3 or whatever. Plus,
4d6 plus.
Yeah, 46 plus 3.
Wow. That's
Wow.
terrible,
You know-
dude. That's
you know-
terrible.
Sometimes it's just enough though. Sometimes it's just enough
Not this time.
to bring a brigand to his knees.
Any more than that would have been overkill, so that was perfect.
Yeah, maximum efficiency, right?
He goes,
Precision,
I-
precision
I swung
German
the shit out
engineering.
of sword, and I was like, psych, just
You-
kidding.
You pierced him
German
exactly to his heart, and then you pulled your sword away as
Yep.
soon as you hit the heart.
Perfect. Any bonus actions or movements or anything like that?
None at the moment.
All right.
Nope. That's it.
Sounds good, Bjorn.
Let me just take a note real quick.
You've seen a lot of action here through the window. A lot of heroic deeds.
You should maybe use like a crossbow or something.
So, when I notice what's going on inside, I'm insanely impressed. I take note of that, and I'll make sure to remember as I'm running towards Monksters, because I've heard some heroic combat down there, and I need to witness the hero that I follow do his business. And I'm gonna dash right next to him also. So that's about my turn. Good night. I'm just saying, hey Monksters, I've heard something. Whoa, there's two bodies outside, right? Did you kill those?
There's 3. There's one on the.
Excuse me, there are 3 bodies.
There's,
Did you kill all those?
there's 2 here. Well, Clara helped a lot actually.
Nice, Clara. And then I think I have 10 more feet, and then I high five Clara, and then I run back to Monksters. And then that's it.
Ho! That's a good thing that guy's not a warrior, because he's stabbing out at Azrael Sky with his rapier. He snuck up on you. 23 against your armor
Yeah, that
class.
hits.
I'm gonna guess
Yeah,
that's
that
gonna
hits.
hit.
Is he on top of it?
No, he is. He's still on the ground.
So isn't Bathin higher up, so he would roll at a disadvantage?
He's striking
He's attacking
Azrael though.
Azrael.
Oh,
He's
my bad,
striking me.
bad.
Yep, he's going right for it.
Right in the heart.
Let's see. That's a D6 plus 1 slashing damage. Oh, it's only 3. 3 slashing damage. to you.
3
Oh.
slashing
Azrael?
damage.
Wait. Can I retcon something? Can I give Monksters some assistance? that a
No,
bonus action or is
no,
that an
because
action?
you dashed. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, that's
That's a
an
bonus action to
Oh, is it?
The inspiration, I think.
The DM manual that I have in my hands says it's a bonus action.
Is that if
Well, it
you
would be in the
use one
player's
of
handbook,
your?
though.
But that's if you use your bardic inspiration dice, right?
I don't want to bardic because I have no more bardic. I just want to give him advantage
not
on
bardic.
his saving throws. No, I'm out of bardic inspiration. I need level 5 before it resets on short rests. Anyways,
Oh.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's do this then instead. Let's close in with this guard. He's coming up with a shield. He tries to bash your quarterstaff away and stab at you with his short sword. An 18 against your armor class.
Yep. That's more than my...
I figured that might be. Thankfully, for him, that is, he has a pretty true strike. 7 piercing damage as he catches you right in the side. Oh,
It's alright.
boy. Adventurers sure take a lot of punishment. Monksters, it's your turn. Perhaps some recompense is in order.
Revenge hit.
Why?
I'm filled with drunken rage right now, and I'm gonna swing for his face with my quarterstaff.
I love it.
So that would be 6. So that would be 10 for the hit and for 9 damage.
Unfortunately, with his shield, he's able to rebuff your quarterstaff, and the 10 will not hit. Bonus
Alright.
actions, anything like that before we move on?
Of course, I'm gonna use my flurry of blows again. And
You know what I'm most impressed with is the fact that you're able to draw your quarterstaff, hit somebody, and then put it away and still punch them. All in the,
oh yeah,
the
I'm just gonna
like
I'm
6
just
seconds.
throwing it back in.
I'm just gonna
there's
throw
a
it up.
sling attached to it, so I can
I
just
would
like,
punch.
throw it back and just punch them.
I
You
would
don't need
punch.
to put your quarterstaff away to hit him.
Punch him with a fist while holding the
He can
quarterstaff.
throw. He can throw it in the air. 6 seconds.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like
He
that.
punches, throws it in the air, and punches him again.
Was that a
It also
natural?
doesn't need to be a
One-
punch. It can be a knee, a kick, an
Kick,
elbow,
yeah.
a headbutt.
That's true. Was that a natural 20 if you rolled a 24?
No, that's a +6.
Wow. Okay.
So 18.
Do not get in the way of those fists. And the damage. The damage with that.
Then 9 damage.
I like to think he's punching
9
through this
with a
thing.
fist?
Yes.
Hold
Yes,
on, with a
well,
fist?
Well, it's
Right on the
2d4.
jaw.
It's twice. It's 2
Square.
fists actually. The first-
He threw the
Dragon
staff up
punch
in the
him
air
out.
so he could just
Double punch.
Bang,
dude.
bang. Double hit him.
Kamehameha the guy right in the chest.
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker.
So
So-
Stricken, you actually strike true, and despite his shield and his short sword, he takes a significant amount of damage, and you kind of break his nose, and he immediately is just kind of borne to the ground and holding his face as he's bleeding. He's a bloodied foe, if you will.
You stopped his heart.
Alright.
Still alive. No, you didn't quite stop his heart.
No, that's what I say.
If you get him to move 5
Monks
feet,
just-
it'll explode.
I'm impressed. I've just seen him do the most heroic thing I've seen him do in months. I am thoroughly impressed.
Monksters has stopped Bjoren's heart.
Ooh.
Spare the dying. Can't let him die.
Clara, your turn.
He's only bloody. He's not dying. Okay, I'm gonna move.
I know.
1, 2, 3, and I'm going to.
Are you gonna punch him too?
Actually, I'm gonna shoot the kobold that's in the back with the sling.
Mr. Crit himself. 19.
25.
Oh yeah, that'll save those rolls for
And
important
9
fights.
damage.
Wait, that's the spoiler. There's gonna be important fights. Watch out, guys.
Just kind of like 2 kobold hoofs remain as you kind of blast him right off of his legs.
Hoofs?
Well, like dragon claw. What would you call those? Appendages?
Feet?
Feet?
Tracks? Oh,
Needless to say,
It happened.
he's gone. It happened.
Deal with
grab,
it.
grab
hit?
those claws for me.
A
I
palpable
need
hit.
his body part.
Grab those parts.
He wants the hearts.
Bathin collects different pieces of enemies. Bonuses, movements, anything else, Clara?
Is there a door
Oh,
here?
that was all my movement.
There is a
And
door there, yes.
Is it a full door?
I mean, it's a regular door. What do you mean by full door?
Is there a hole in the door where I can see through it?
Like a keyhole?
Maybe,
No,
yeah, there
like
might be a keyhole. You could maybe peek through that.
Right
Is
in the
there,
middle.
is there a keyhole? Is that the roll for the keyhole?
No, sure, there's a keyhole. No, that was the kobold here trying to stab at your good friend Monksters. Unfortunately, Monksters is far too trained to be taken by such a simple kobold. Easily dodges to the side, and the cultist here atop the mill wheel, spying an easier target down below, chooses to go after. Let's see, what does she got? What does she got?
Try to hurt me with your damn divine magic. Baldur protects me.
Yeah, you know what? She wants
Who
to
is
give.
Baldur? I've never heard of that god before.
She wants to give
He's not a
Azrael
god.
Sky a taste of his own medicine. You feel a calm kind of come over you, almost a sense of being in a nice, safe sanctuary. And until your turn, let's see, until any opponents make a move against you, you now have to wisdom save when attacking this cultist right here. He gets the special little heart because he's special.
So she just says, "Here you go," and
She
That's it?
she used sanctuary just like you used.
on him.
What are those called, Nate?
What are those?
Yeah.
Just I've been referring to them as guards, but they're just
Okay.
cultists with shields. None of them are wearing this. An important note, if you don't have this already written down, none of the Cult of the Dragon members, aside from several, just a few select members of the people that are wearing like the black masks, are in uniform. A lot of these guys are just kind of in standard adventuring
Farmer's
wear.
equipment.
Yeah, they don't look exactly organized. They're not wearing a standard uniform.
Follow.
Important
Oh,
note.
Very important.
Balor is a demon.
Oh, a Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor.
Classic.
I'm saying his name wrong. I can't even pronounce my master's name.
Well, you're a young warlock.
so
Maybe
young.
you'll figure it out eventually. Azrael, I don't think an 11's gonna hit against you. From
No.
this guard here. Nope. All right, you're safe from his blow. He tries to come at you. Again with the bow here. This guy draws an arrow. He's able to get a good bead on you up there on the mill wheel. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think if somebody's on higher ground and you have a bow and they don't have cover, advantage? Standard?
I don't think it's advantage. It's
No,
not
he wouldn't have
disadvantage.
advantage.
Yeah, you have to have advantage. You're correct. Oh well, 22. I think will probably hit either way. He
gonna
doesn't need advantage.
It hit him twice. 11 armor class. Stop wearing dresses.
six piercing damage. Although I do believe he might incur a little bit of the warlock wrath. That have you taken another turn since then?
No,
Nope.
not yet.
Oh my! All right. Well, it looks like he's getting off scot free because it's now your turn, Bathin.
You don't want to. Oh, yeah, I just get it.
Oh, death shall be rained upon them. Let's
Cast
see.
Signature spell, Eldritch Blast.
Actually, no. You know what? I think I want to get out of the fray here and stop taking so much damage.
He's gonna take a bunch of damage. That's what people say. That's what people say. Take a bunch of damage.
So, actually, I'm going to cast Spider Climb on myself.
Okay.
What the hell?
Okay.
And
Uh,
this motherfucker's going on the roof. Yeah, so now I'm
that's
above all
3
these-
opportunity attacks, Chance.
I don't think I get an opportunity attack from the cleric. Not cleric.
Well,
And Azrael's right next to me. So it would mainly be this guy right here, right?
Well, here's how an opportunity attack works. It's the whole idea is if you run away without specifically using your action to run away, you turn your back and you give somebody a chance to swing out at you.
Very true.
Using Spider Climb is your ability. It gives you ability to climb and basically have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed, so you can go straight up walls. However, it doesn't innately give you the ability to disengage, which is the action you would want to take here if you want to move away from the
Truly.
fight.
Can
So,
you disengage from 3 people at once?
yes, yep. So if he
Yes,
uses
yes,
the
yes.
disengage action, he can run away. And if you really want to, you could always run away and run up the stairs to the second level.
Oh, that's a great idea. Do it.
The
I don't
second-
trust that.
That's what I'm. Yeah, the
I wanna know
DM
what's-
saying
I wanna know
maybe
what's in
go up
here,
the
boys.
stairs.
I want to know what's in here.
Actually, fuck it. No, I'm in the fray as is. Eldritch Blast in this bitch. I'm taking her out. But I'm using my damn bar, my inspiration.
What's
Okay.
that hard here? What's that
I'm
hard
hitting
next
this
to the...
bitch.
This guy has Sanctuary on him, so anybody has to succeed against a Wisdom saving throw before they can attack him.
Oh, no.
Mm,
Ooh, I'm gonna
Oh,
force take that
crazy.
nat 20.
nice 20. Good crit. Alright, so double damage on the Eldritch Blast. I can see you, like, you're just sitting there, you're winding it up. You're winding it up. Here comes the Eldritch Blast.
So 10 damage.
Did you, wait,
Oh,
did
sorry.
you
Oh
roll?
wait, no, I did roll the second one.
Oh!
15!
15 damage.
Fuck this cleric in the face.
Oh,
Plus what? Plus 0?
yep.
Right, you are. Your Eldritch Blast catches her as she turns, kind of with a wicked smile, catches her right in the face, and she flies backwards off of the mill wheel, crunching against the wall and falling to the ground. The acolyte does not stir. She falls to the ground, probably
Good job,
dead. Bonuses, movement, anything else, Bathin, before we move on?
Yeah, I'm gonna spit in this guy's face in front of me.
Sure, that's a good flavor text.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna end my turn.
Aren't you
spit in
wearing a
this guy's
mask?
face. Yeah, I just spit on myself.
Did you just spit inside your visor?
Just.
Yeah, I guess
he
I
got
did.
The point. He got
You
the
just hear,
point.
you just hear a spitting noise from him, but his mask is still on. You don't see
Oh,
it.
he's
Ugh.
playing it off. He's playing it off.
That's gonna confuse them. Like, where'd he spit?
That's
What
right. I
happened? Where'd
fake
it go?
spitting. Just to make you flinch.
Chill for flinching.
Pulling his last throwing knife from his belt, this guy tries to throw it your direction. It skids right over your head, misses completely, and Azrael Sky, it is now your turn.
Fuck him up.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn around and swing my sword. This guy, you said this guy has Sanctuary?
Yes, so he has a Wisdom save associated with any attacks against him.
Oh, okay. So I turn around and I look at this guy with the shield and
What's your
I'm gonna
wisdom
swing
modifier?
My wisdom modifier?
It's a
That's good.
saving throw for Wisdom, I think. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, my
It's
wisdom
good.
modifier is not that great. Just because it says paladin doesn't mean wisdom's good.
Just asking. It's okay.
Or were you trying to make a slight against him for charging into like 25 armed men at once and saying that was unwise?
Well, I think we've made that point before. I don't need to dwell on that one.
No need to beat a dead kobold. Let's continue.
I mean,
I'm starting a
Mark's-
kobold rights group.
Good, that'll go over great with the Cult of the Dragon.
Alright, so for my hit, what's that?
That's a 20. Ooh, I saw that 20. I got excited for you.
10? No.
Oh.
don't hit.
Yeah,
Oh,
the 10 does not quite strike the guard. He brings his shield up and blocks your great sword. It makes a nice satisfying
Should've
clang.
done oh man,
You still got +2 wisdom.
I should have did a +3. So can you add 3 to that? But it still didn't hit, huh?
I sure can, but unfortunately, his shield is well made.
yeah.
It doesn't strike through. All right, through the door next to you, Bjoren,
I knew it.
bursts a group of kobolds as they come out,
More
daggers
kobolds.
drawn.
And I
They,
wink at Mike and I go, "We got your back, buddy." And I draw my rapier out. My 10-foot rapier. And then-
it just keeps going.
That's when that music, everyone was coming through fighting, pops on.
But,
Five piercing damage from the first one.
well, I don't get. Okay, well, that's gonna hit me. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna die, boys. But, I'm fine.
It was nice knowing you. Oh. Wait, I still have a first level spell slot left.
Oh.
You're gonna first level burning hands these bitches, aren't you?
12 against your armor class, Bjorn?
14.
You're good. Second one tries to come out, but you're ready for him. Not a
Swap the rock away.
not a chance.
Not even one.
Oh, 23 though. That's gotta
Right on the side of
sting.
the head.
The third kobold comes streaming out of the mill. Dagger first, plunges it into your thigh with a 4 piercing damage. The last one, sensing there is no opportunities, goes instead for Azrael Sky. 12 against your AC. Yes, 4 damage. Piercing.
Negative.
No go. The last kobold
go.
tries to catch you by surprise, but is unfortunately able to land a blow. And Bjorn, it's now your turn. You've got 3 kobolds around you. You've got your hero next to you.
His pet.
So, as I've told Monk, I've got your back, and I'll make sure that this one doesn't attack you. So I turn around, and I hit this guy with the deadly rapier, because I feel like vicious mockery would be less useful, because I could kill it.
Rapier.
This is 1d20. Oh, 5.
No, unfortunately not.
Damn it.
Bonuses, movements, anything else?
I'll just give a half smile to Monk and say, "That's all I can do, buddy. good luck."
This guy, sensing that he's got the blessing of his fallen acolyte, instead chooses to try and draw your attention, Azrael, away from his friend. He's going to be giving him assistance on his next roll. Which brings us to back outside. We've got the action of the guard. The guard is striking out at Monksters with an 11. Not going to land. Monksters, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna swing my quarterstaff at the same guard.
Coming in again. This time, I'm thinking from like a lower left hand strike.
Oh yeah, I'm going for the knees actually.
Oh, I love it. I love
The
it.
knees.
If he lowers his shield, you'll be able to punch him right in the face.
Oh yeah.
Do
So
it.
that would be a 16 for the hit and 9 damage.
Tie goes to the roller. 9 damage is enough to slay the already injured guard.
Oh yeah, I smashed those knees.
Boom. You do have a bonus attack, I do believe, and you're surrounded by low health kobolds. I can probably guess what you might do next.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He
use
hits
my
Bjoren.
punch.
He
I'm just
punches
gonna use
Bjorn.
No.
Give him a healthy dose of humility.
I'm gonna
Just
punch
starting
him.
to
Punch in the
starting
back.
to believe in you again. Don't do this to me.
He just turns around and he slaps him across the face.
How did you let it stab you? Fuck?
First a dart, now a slap.
I'm gonna try to punch this guy.
All right.
Only 1 punch because I'm not gonna use 3.
That's probably all you need.
1 punch.
1 punch.
Well, that's 15 for the hit and 8 damage.
Oh yeah. A hit. A palpable hit.
God, the monk fists hurt.
Oh yeah.
Clocking
man.
him. Clara.
The drunken fist master.
And then I tell Monksters and Clara, there's two people inside. The other 2 are inside, and there's a lot of bad guys in there.
Well, let's wrap this up, boys and girls.
And then I take a switch. And then I take my pipe out, and somehow I find time to light the pipe while dodging the blows.
Just in between, like getting. That's the reason you got stabbed. You pulled your pipe out. You were distracted.
I need this! I need this!
Okay.
The
So I'm gonna
bubbles!
move
They
up
hurt!
here and use my actual last first level spell slot on Burning Hands.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Take off all your kobold clothes.
I wiped the sweat off my brow.
16 damage.
We got an 11, a 1, and a 6. None of those, I think, save.
No succeed, so that's a full 16 to them.
Yeah,
Oh my days.
you guys know kobolds, and you know how well they char up. They make a lovely, original recipe, extra crispy kobold.
We're eating well tonight, guys.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna step through the ashes and go 1, 2, 3, 5 into here.
As
Sounds
my
good.
eyes wide-eyed, looking at Clara, just step through.
Bathin, I think
Yeah,
we're gonna have a friend
Step
join us
to the
finally.
right. Step to the right. Put
Ooh.
up my hand. The kobolds burn, and I just walk through it.
We still have a fighting chance inside though with this guard striking out at a 22 against your armor class there, Azrael Sky. 4 piercing damage as he swings out with his rapier and stabs you. Left side of the chest there. Manages to just get through your armor and deal 4 piercing damage.
Ah,
Right on the left.
my titty!
No!
Oh!
Not the move.
Right in the nipple!
Bathin,
got
why is it
feelings.
only us in here still?
I know.
Where are our companions? Ooh, my friend. That is a bow shot directly to Bathin. 22 against your armor class with a 4 piercing damage as that bow
Hellish
looses
rebuke
an
that
arrow.
motherfucker.
Oh, I figured his time was probably about here.
Please
So
try
he
not
needs
to
to,
destroy him too hard.
alright, so
I want that bow.
he needs to do a fucking. Why is it always missing when I'm looking at it? Hellish rebuke. He, I,
14.
it's a yeah, it's a deck save. He's got to do a deck save.
Okay. Oh, no, roll, not toll. For whom the bell rolls. 9 for the deck save. Not looking so good.
And he's got 24 damage.
The cultist erupts in a bout of green hellish rebuke fire. He throws his arms out, dropping the bow at his feet, erupting into a pillar of hellfire and disappearing.
Yes.
Damn it!
I need some range.
I'm never gonna be able to collect more hearts if they keep going up in ash.
That's what you get for using a bunch of fire spells.
There's a
What
bunch of
happened?
corpses outside.
Alright,
What happened to
so
that bow?
it would be my go now,
It's
right?
on the ground.
So I killed him. Can I play again?
Oh yeah, sorry, did I skip you?
Yeah, you skipped one turn already.
I'm sorry, I think I did. It is your turn.
Alright, so this motherfucker right here.
That door is closed.
I know.
Oh, where we know.
I'm 5 feet away from monsters.
Which one? Bathin?
The one right in front of me. I'm attacking it with fucking Eldritch Blast.
Of course. I mean, what else would you use? You're a warlock.
13
He
against
only
his armor
has one
class.
spell.
Ooh, thankfully this cultist does not have a shield, and that 13 will connect.
Pow! They all look like
7 damage.
A good hit. The cultist is visibly smitten by your 7 damage. He kind of clutches his chest where the still sizzling flesh is releasing. Honestly, after this long of a night, kind of a pleasant odor. Like, you realize it's been a long time since dinner. You're kind of hungry. But this guy's still standing.
Jesus.
So, as a bonus action, can I use my tail to grab his foot and knock him prone?
Your rule of cool says, why not? You know? Why not?
Oh, I mean, I am a tiefling. I mean, I got this fucking devil tail. I might as well use it.
Wait, aren't you disguised as a cultist?
I'm wearing a robe. You can't see my tail under a robe,
Oh.
so it's even sneakier.
A cultist could be a tiefling. You don't know.
You know,
I
You
don't know.
racist,
I'm
racist
just a
bard.
bard. I'm just an elf.
don't take this as an inclination of what's going to happen in the future, but right now, I've had enough wine to say, sure, go for it.
Yes. sir.
Yes, boxed wine.
Sweet. All right, so what do I roll for that?
Go ahead and roll. If you're going for a grapple, you would roll a dexterity or a strength check.
All right, so I'm gonna do dexterity, of course, because I have no strength.
Just a weak old man.
So it's a
Maybe.
D20 plus.
And he's going to contest that
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
I got 18.
with a 1.
No!
Oh,
So yeah,
and that one, he tripped himself.
He just saw your tail and was like, "What the?" And backed up.
grappled. So
Expected that.
grappled enemies have advantage when you attack them, and they are unable to flee. They're unable to move
You mean they have
until they
disadvantage?
break the grapple.
They have advantage.
No,
No,
they,
you have advantage to
if you attack them,
Oh,
they have. Yeah, you
Oh.
have advantage.
Okay.
That's Azrael. You don't need to kill this one.
Right.
I got a plan.
Okay.
I got a plan.
All right. So it's now, I guess, their turn.
Spotting an opportunity, this brigand goes over here to try and pick up the dragon bow that's been dropped on the ground. He is not wearing any cultist regalia at all. Looks like a standard sort of ruffian or hitman. What's the word I'm looking for? Mercenary. He looks like a standard mercenary. He tries to pick up the bow, and when he picks it up, he lets out a yelp as it kind of flares up in his hand. You see a brief flash of fire, and he quickly drops the bow and takes. He yelps in pain.
He's just, I like takes. What
It
happens
hurts.
to takes?
He takes 1 point of damage and yelps in pain. Azrael, your turn.
Okay. So as this one has fell to the ground, grappled, I'm going to take advantage of this moment.
Stab him in the heart. No, don't do the head. Stab him in the head. I need the heart.
Jesus Christ.
Save the heart. Save the heart. Just cut his head off. We don't need that part.
I don't need his brain.
Heads are optional.
We don't need the hearts, the beautiful hearts.
So I roll advantage, right?
Yes, sir. So you're going to roll 2d20 instead of 1.
2d20.
Kill him in the non-vitals. I need all those.
So 17.
Plus five.
The 7.
5?
Yeah, that will definitely hit.
Yep. So that'll definitely hit, and then
In the heart of the head, you gotta pick.
Standard damage. Head in the heart
I'm
would be the...
bringing the greatsword down. Point straight down like I'm about to slam it
From
through
crotch
the
to
center
head.
center mass, you know?
wood.
Garen
Center
style.
mass.
Garen
You've
style.
got- Garen. Scream Demacia as you kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Demacia.
Yeah, pretty good. With his already damaged complexion, he's already hurt. The 10 is more than enough to smite him. Your blade actually sinks satisfyingly into the wooden floor of the mill. You've gone completely through the cultist, who lets out a rasp and then drops limp. And you did stab him through the stomach, not through the heart.
Yes.
Score.
Okay, and I do want to.
Demacia.
What do I want to do here?
Can you do any bonus action?
I can. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna put Shield of Faith on
Yourself.
Bathin.
I was just saying on you. You need it.
You do not need it.
You're surrounded by
Hmm.
3 guys. I'm not so much for me.
I'll put it on myself.
Yeah,
I'll
put it on you.
myself.
He
If you
puts it
don't
on himself.
So yeah, I'm gonna expend that spell slot to put Shield of Faith on myself,
Okay.
which increases armor class by 2.
By 2. Yep. Not knowing that you have an extra 2 armor class. Oh boy! Whew! Not caring that you have an extra 2
Oh,
armor class.
They don't fucking care about that armor.
The kobold steps up, eyes full of rage after seeing such a display as you slaughtered one of the mask-wearing cultists. He kind of lets loose this string of words you don't quite understand. It seems like it's kind of a mesh of common, but with just a hint of draconic. And he stabs out at you. And he actually, you understand there, Bathin. You hear him say, "Praise be to Tiamat," as he stabs out with a 2d4 plus 2, 7 piercing damage. Oof! Oh, right into the lower leg. Perfect kobold stabbing height. Praise
How much
be
do
to
kobolds weigh?
not a lot, like
30
yeah,
pounds.
30 pounds seems about right.
Probably
Maybe
a bit heavier than a halfling.
maybe ask Bjorn because it's his turn.
Yeah.
So now,
Bjoren, the
after witnessing all the glory that just happened outside, I'm just already imagining the verses in my head. I'm taking note of everything that's happening. mentally so I can write it down in a notebook after. I look Monk in the eye. I grab him by the shoulder and I tell him, Monk, this is it. The big moment. That's the big start. I'm going to bust down that door and you're going to bust in and kill everybody in there. You ready? And then I give him my advantage and then I start running and I try to kick the door in. Also, I have +0 strength because I'm very weak.
Your average strength.
So I'm just going for the most heroic thing possible for Monk.
Okay. So let me make this clear. Are you using your action to kick down the door, or are you giving Monk?
If I can't do both, I'll just kick down the door.
Okay. You just tell Monk to watch this heroic act inspired
Watch
by
this.
him.
Follow me. I got your back, and then I run in and I kick the door.
Let me see it. Roll 20. Athletics, please. You're going at it full bore.
Yes. I just rolled 19.
All right, I'll believe you. You
I
shatter
promise.
you shatter through the doors. Both of them come unhinged and swing inward with a dramatic clang as they strike against the walls, and the door is now completely open.
Yes,
And then-
finally.
I turn around. I look at Monk and I go, oh, wait, no, the other way. I go, all yours.
Bathin, about time this misfit gets in.
Hell yeah.
Inspiration for you there, Bjorn.
This cultist get hit by the door?
Let me ask, did this cultist get hit by the door that I shattered?
I instead chose to give him inspiration instead of dealing a measly D4 to that cultist. So,
Okay, I'll take it.
sensing that the time for sanctimonious praise has ended, this guy's going to choose to, you know what, maybe a sanctuary isn't the best thing. I'm going to go and swing out with the old rapier. Tried and true. No, maybe not that true. Ends his sanctuary, tries to attack Azrael Sky, fails miserably, and Monksers, it is your turn.
Alright.
Get up in here, Monk.
Bjoren, Buongiorno, jumped and smashed the door. I used my flying serpent kick.
Please roll a 1. Please.
But damn! Let's go over here. Actually, it's not flying serpent kick. It's just normal run.
It's just like arms behind you run.
Yeah,
Oh, no. You know
perfect,
what?
exactly.
You're not gonna
Flying
roll
serpent
30
is,
feet?
The one that with the Windwalker monk. Wow.
Y'all's timing is impeccable.
So
Now that
I just
me
come
and
in,
Angelo have killed
ready,
most of them.
ready to fight,
And almost
I
ourselves.
Take my quarterstaff and smash the one from this guy. And I'm aiming for his knees again. I like the knees.
When Monk is starting to fight, I notice the bow in the back over here.
Yep.
And I start eyeing it a little bit.
Oh, a little eye on that bow, huh? All right, Monksers,
So,
roll away.
That's 25 for the hit, and plus for 8 damage.
Is that a 19 that you rolled?
Yes.
Oh my! And tell me, who are you hitting? Are you striking this guy or this guy?
This guy.
That guy. All right. 8 damage, you said?
Yes.
Unsuspecting of your blow, you collide directly with his the side of his face. Your strike is pretty true, and he kind of crumples against the mill, quicker than you would expect. Throws himself back with a dagger kind of drawn, and is ready, but is visibly bloodied from your blow.
All right. And right after that, I'm gonna after that hit with my quarterstaff, I'm just gonna punch him in the face again.
You know, why not? Insult to injury.
I almost killed him, and then I just punched him.
Just
That's a
because.
21 for the hit and
Oh, Jesus!
5 damage.
Oh, he's just smashing his teeth in.
Yep. In fact, no, that's too graphic. Let's just
Okay.
say that teeth and millstone meet, and I won't describe anything more than that because it just gets
Oh my
gets
God.
bad from
Did
there.
Monk just curb stomp someone?
No,
Yeah.
don't say that.
No.
Don't say that.
Morgan watches these replays and she is not comfortable with curb stomping. So we're just gonna keep going. Clara, it is now your turn.
Oh my God! Is it because of a specific movie, or is it just?
Nope, just the thought of it. And actually, the more I think about it, the more I kind of.
It's pretty
it makes
fucked
me
up.
cringe.
I'm gonna in my bar notes. I'll just put it around quotes.
Mill stomp him.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll put that one.
That's a 23 to hit and 7 damage on the kobold in the back.
Oh, please. What are you? Just Clara, the Slayer of kobolds.
Vanishing it.
Well,
They're
I mean,
gonna start
kobolds aren't
worshiping
people,
you
so they're free to kill.
Yep, they're just basically cannon fodder. Sensing that things are not
Meat
going.
shields.
Things are not going so well for him. This guard kind of looks to the exit. He sees that Clara is blocking the door. He sees that Monksters and Bjorn are immediately to his left. He sees Bjorn standing atop the millstone. And you know what? This guy's not a fanatic. He's just a hired guard. He drops his sword. He drops his shield, and he relinquishes his turn. He drops to his knees and pleads with you, please. Don't kill me. Bathin, your turn.
Oh.
And then I scream to Bathin, make sure he doesn't touch that bow.
Wait, which one gave up?
Actually burned himself. I don't say anything. Did I see him burn himself? I don't think I did.
No.
I think you were outside, yeah.
Yeah, because I make sure he doesn't touch that bow. I want to see it.
This gentleman here was the one that surrendered. He's now disarmed.
Oh, this
What,
guy? Oh, I thought it was the other guy.
This guy
Okay.
right here?
Yes.
I think
Yep.
he's... Okay, yeah.
Well,
This guy over here was still trying to pick up the bow last that we saw him
it.
do something.
So this
Well,
guy
I
surrendered.
I'm sorry, but I think I have to do the warlock thing.
Oh, that's your character.
I don't mind.
That guy surrendered and this guy's still alive. He's still a combatant.
He can do his thing. I don't mind.
Well, of course I'm gonna come stand right here. Just this guy ain't going nowhere. Yeah, and I'll Eldritch Blast this guy.
Okay.
I would have. Okay. I would have Eldritch blasted him first so you get advantage. If
What?
you want to. Because you're on top of the mill and you get advantage on people below you, right?
It's fine.
He's like, no, it's fine. I don't need it. Trust
That's
me.
I rolled a 17.
He's right.
Advantage is for chumps.
Eldritch Blast, give me that damage. What are you rolling? He throws a molten ball of hellfire towards our friend here. Just burned by the bow. He wasn't quite ready to be struck on the backside while trying to bend over and pick it up by this Eldritch Blast. Catches him right in the rear, and he takes 6 points of damage. You know, they're kind of unmentionables, but they're bleeding. Let's just say that he's not doing so well. He is bloodied.
Oh.
Why is this such a graphic session?
I was wondering on my
It's the wine.
since this guy is a non-combatant anymore.
You're going to show him mercy.
Oh no, I want to
I feel like he's not going to.
I want to stab him in the back and take his heart
Of course. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus!
for valor.
I'm sorry that
Bathin, no.
you can't.
That feels like an action.
Where's he at? Is
Yeah, I
he
just
bloodied?
feel like-
He's not
No.
quite bloodied. So let me give you another
Warlock,
round.
do not.
We'll come back to that in a
Alright.
second. Azrael, it's your turn.
Azrael, cast Sanctuary on the cultist.
You do know I as a warlock I have good wisdom throws. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna.
Out my fucking.
Are you looking at him menacingly, or are you just?
Oh, I'm there. I just got daggered.
Jesus.
Like, you're gonna die, buddy.
I am
I'm
not
very,
happy.
I am very uncomfortable.
All right,
with
so
that.
your warlock is standing above the surrendered non-combatant with a dagger.
Claire, can you put your HP on view or something?
I think
I'm
she
at full
said
health.
100%. Yeah, she hasn't been hit.
She's just been killing everything.
Why aren't you getting shot in the back by Monksters? I thought that was something everyone was getting. Is it just me? Is it just happening to me?
That's because of my favorite.
Warlock, do not take this guy's heart.
It's mine. For valor.
We can take him back to the
Wait,
keep with us. and
You know,
ask
Baylor is a type of demon. It's not a name, right?
whatever, for my Baylor.
For
I don't
that
know
guy.
anything.
My Baylor.
For my Baylor.
MB.
My God.
Oh my goodness. All right.
I love you, senpai.
That video.
I haven't given my Baylor a name yet.
Woo! 22.
So I think I hit this individual, yeah?
Yes, you do.
All right.
And I believe unless you roll very low, the damage will be irrelevant. But take a swing all the same.
He has a minimum of 5 damage.
Seven.
Yep. This is the last combat enemy. Is there any particular flavor text you would like to add there, Ezreal Sky? How would you like to do this?
I'm distracted by this warlock. So I just
And the-
I walk
and the
over.
combat
I'm
so I
still
can kill him.
looking at this warlock, and I bring the sword out and effortlessly just slash it down, and then take the head off of this.
I like it. Just kind of casually beheading the guy.
He's not even looking at him when he's doing
I'm not
it.
even looking at him. I'm still looking at this warlock and saying, "Do not do this right now."
So when I see this happening, I give it Monkster's a knowing look when I look at Bathin almost about to kill him because I know Monkster is gonna do the right thing, and then I turn my attention. I turn my attention to the bow, and then I
know Monster's going to do the right thing, and you walk off.
I walk off. I know because I know his code.
Can I come up behind
Drink.
Bathin and grab his dagger arm?
Look, there's a fucking bow.
Because I want something to protect my hero from afar, and I can't do that.
Monsters have walked off with you.
And then I just turned. I was surprised by his reaction.
I'm just like tumbling outside. I'm pretty drunk and it's in the middle of the night. So I'm just.
Oh my god! Was it all drunk luck? And then I walk back towards the combatant, looking at Clara.
All right.
Are you sober?
We've dropped out of combat.
Dropped out.
Oh, we've dropped out of combat. You guys have incapacitated this last person. He's totally weaponless. He's at your mercy. There is the
Let's take this one back to the keep. We can ask him questions.
there is the bow here, and it appears that the threat to the mill has been contained. It looks like it was indeed an ambush that was set up by the Cult of the Dragon, and that there really wasn't ever any threat to the mill itself.
I now want to burn the mill down.
No.
Just for the hassle.
But
What's
there's
upstairs?
still grain in here.
What is upstairs?
So can I inspect the bow?
Send the bard.
Sure. So as you inspect upstairs, Azrael, you see that it is just indeed a storing place for grain seeds that they then drop down to the lower level to be milled, kind of a hayloft of sorts. Bjoren, as you approach the bow, you notice that it has some intricate carvings and does appear to be of fine craft. It has kind of these ornate black dragon heads that have been carved into the bow itself. And anything further than that, I'm afraid I'm going to need a roll from you.
I will roll. What's the roll I need to do?
Oh boy.
Arcana?
Yeah, Arcana
Performance?
sounds good. Arcana or religion.
Bard. I'm a bard. I got +4 Arcana for some reason. Ooh, 19.
Okay. You realize that this appears to be a magical item of the Cult of the Dragon. It appears to be something that would be certainly of some value and is more than just a common bow. However, it does appear to be bonded to the cultist that you guys have previously slain here, who upon further inspection you realize is still drawing several shallow breaths.
Do I know how bonding works in character, or do I not?
Let's say with that roll that you understand how bonding works, and that bonding is basically a mechanic that says, as long as I'm alive, this magical item is bound to me. No one else should be able to use it until I either relinquish the bond, the item breaks, or I perish.
Okay.
Do I need to be the one killing it?
Typically speaking, out of combat, when something is broken as far as like a bond goes, the magical item is then unbonded and can be picked up by anybody.
It's not the wand from Harry Potter.
I guess
Yeah.
I walk
Yeah.
over here and I tell Bathin, just don't kill him. Don't kill him. 1 second. I need your help for something. and I feel uncomfortable doing it, and I would like you to give me a hand. Would you be interested in killing somebody else and getting their heart? Just leaving this
Alright.
poor fellow alone.
Fine.
So a
Yes,
thieves
give this man mercy.
a thieves bargain is being struck. The guy who surrendered is being spared. However, the guy who's dying over here is not being spared.
He was a full-on cultist, so we can kill him.
It's for the greater good.
Long range.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Bathin's over here just like, yeah, okay. Let me just take care of it.
So
All right. So
I
of course,
explained to so I really the one thing I need is this bow, and I kind of need it because I can't do much from afar for my good friend Monksters, and this man over here is bonded with this bow, and the only way for me to obtain this bow is to get rid of him. Do you think you could do that for me?
yep, he's not bonded anymore. As I plunge into his
And
chest
then
and take his
I
heart.
just I stood
I
there, and as soon as I see him pull the dagger out, I look away.
Oh no, this was barehanded. Bitch. I'm going.
Oh,
I'm going.
Jesus.
Of course.
So I see him start to reach for his heart, and I turn my head right away.
As the heart is plucked from the unsuspecting cultist, dramatic as it may be, the bow lets out
Jesus.
a kind of a strange, draconic roar almost. It's kind of weird, coming from a bow, not something that you would expect. This is clearly maybe a magical item, and it kind of lets loose a glimmer and then falls still on the ground there in front of you, Bjoren.
Can I ask Bjoren to let me see the bow before he tries to pick it up or anything?
I look at Clara and I go,
No.
"Alright."
I go, no.
No.
So I'm
It's
assuming
mine.
Azrael's going to tie this guy up, bring him into justice and all that.
Actually, can I interrogate him?
Oh, gee, and I hear the flames, and I
Well,
get
I promise I
flashbacks
won't-
of the interrogation.
I promise I won't kill him.
He
Right,
probably
right.
won't have much to say. He was just a guard, but
My plan is to take him back
He
to
was
the
a
keep.
mercenary.
And I
yeah,
walk
he was
back.
like a hired goon.
Mhm.
I walk back and I like put my hands forward so you.
I
let you know.
intend on interrogating him, but we need to get back to the keep and find out why that we were sent out here with this trap.
Not a bad idea, considering they explicitly sent you out here.
Yeah, it was the cultist who said we're gonna burn your mill down. So
What's
They,
spinning down there?
they kind of baited us, but they didn't really bait us. They baited everybody who was hiding in this mill.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna flip open my spell book and I'm going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual on the bow.
Excellent call. Upon casting Detect Magic, you realize this is a magical short bow. It has +1 bonus to attack damage rolls made with this weapon, and has all the other qualities of a standard short bow, including the range, weight.
So there's nothing special to it. It's just carved with dragons because that looks cool.
It does appear to be a bow that has been used by a certain dragon cultist, but other than the +1 modifier, there are no additional.
It's just a regular +1 bow.
Correct.
All right, well I'll
Awesome.
flip it up into my hand and hold it up to Bjoren.
And then I.
It's
super
perfectly
happy,
safe to use.
Super happy that she told me that. I was like, yes, I'm so happy. And I grab it and I put it in my bag. Not in my bag, but sorry, my hands, and I start inspecting it.
Did you just zip up a bag for effect?
No. I misspoke.
I thought I heard a zipper. I was like, that's awesome.
Bjorn's got a whole soundboard over there.
I grab the bow and I start running towards Mark, and I show him the bow and I tell him, "See what I got? I'm gonna be able to help you from afar now. I'm not gonna need
pretty
to."
cool. Just like try not to hit my back.
Are you okay, buddy? Are you okay, buddy? And then I give him
Oh,
that. I give
Wait,
him
I'm
a
just-
pipe.
I'm
Aren't
just
you the one
starting
who
here.
hit him with a dart?
I give him a hit in my pipe while I reach for the dart in the back. I remove it and then I just throw it on the ground quickly so he doesn't notice.
All right. So
So
We need to heal
Bjorn,
up.
Bjorn, you now have a
I'm-
+1 short bow, meaning you're going to, anytime you roll, add your dexterity modifier, add your proficiency if you're proficient with bows, and then add +1 as well to all of your rolls. The damage is
Yeah.
1d6.
yeah, you can if you're on the D&D Beyond, you can click on add item,
I got it.
and you can actually look for. Yeah. Okay.
Has Bjorn ever attacked anything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the rapier. 10-foot rapier
Yeah.
twice.
That's
Hitting
right.
things with the rapier.
Twice. Yeah, twice now. Okay.
And he tends to like being stabbed a lot too. I mean, in the
Well,
back of
sometimes
the
I like
head,
being shot in the back of the head.
Just take
By
a-
walking up to
monsters.
guards invisibly.
Oh!
You get stabbed in the chest.
Can
Alright,
we take
so-
a short rest? Because I need to replenish my
We
I mean,
need
Probably
a
we're-
long rest.
First, but what's
We can't take a
is
long
there anything
rest.
upstairs?
No.
Yeah, but proficiency.
It was
So-
just grain.
Yeah, upstairs was just
Grain
a-
storage?
Yeah, grain storage
So-
for the mill.
I'm actually going to grab this guy here,
Okay.
and I'm going to toss him right here.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, of course.
Go
and
down here real quick.
and then let me
Gotta
guess,
get-
you're going to engage the mill wheel.
I am going to engage the mill wheel.
I
If-
should have probably guessed. In fact, I think I did.
Yeah, because we want some information as to why was this trap set up for us.
Okay. You have no, you don't even need to advantage check. He's compromised in such a way that I'm not going to make you ability check here. As the mill begins to move towards the crushing stone, and I assume you're holding him down in a very
Of
Indiana
course.
Jones fashion. He lets loose that Resmir, the half-black dragon, commanded that a trap be set for the adventurers that had been causing such trouble here within the village of Greenest. He also further proclaims that these instructions had come magically from the camp, and that Resmir herself was not actually present, and that your true commanding threat here is Furlam Mandath, who is in charge of the raid tonight.
Furlan Man. What?
Yep,
Spell
and
that?
actually, you guys have heard that name before. That was the, if you remember
Is it
correctly,
the cleric?
she was the kind of wearer of purple, mage-looking person down in the center square who extinguished all the fires, and lit a couple in
That's
turn.
How would you spell that name?
Um,
I spelled it as FERLAMMONDATH.
let's see. It's actually Fr
Fairlawn.
Frulamandath. I didn't make the names up. I just convey
Oh,
them.
Jesus, that's not what I heard.
Oh my
Yeah, so-
god.
I heard Furlan.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
I have a tendency to put the U before the R. I'm sorry, Frulam.
That's okay.
That's on me.
It's like Bathin.
Yep.
Frulam Mundath.
She'll be a key character. You guys will want to remember that name.
I didn't even write it down, dude.
So,
Yeah, I wrote her name back down. If it,
back to the keep then?
Oh, sorry. We need to know. Before the cultist goes under the mill wheel, do you do anything?
I do, so I pull him.
I was
off
gonna
this
pull him.
wheel.
Yeah, I was gonna pull him off. I wasn't gonna kill him. I'll keep my word. I won't
We're
kill
not gonna
him.
hit him with the advanced curb stomp.
Crush him to
Mill
death.
mill stomp, mill stomp, mill stomp.
Mill stop.
Okay. Let's see. What can we do with this guy?
He can
I
come back to the
mean, we
keep
could
and
let
sit
him
still.
go. Yeah, I was
He's
gonna
only
say,
a hired
if we let him
goon, so
go.
you can bring him back and they can try him properly in the court of law once
He can sit in
everything
his
gets back
cell
into
until we
order.
figure everything else out.
Or I could drown him in the pond out back.
Nope.
Okay.
Classic
that's
Bathin.
not how
Well,
that's not how justice works.
he works for a dragon. There is no justice.
We'll make that determination later. Let's go back to the keep, and he's coming
Yeah.
with me.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna run around real quick and gather just all the hearts that I can.
I take my
Just-
I take my
Just
backpack
looking for
off.
hearts.
The
I-
few that he can.
The few that, weren't burned to a crisp.
You and
Not
your
my fault.
hearts, man. Do we need to actually start keeping track of these?
I actually do. I do keep track of them.
Oh, of course.
Oh
Let's
god.
let's say that you're able to recover one useful kobold heart, and you've got your cultist heart from the. No, sorry, it's just the standard human heart. It doesn't seem to have any cultist affiliations to it.
Except a tag that says cultist heart on it.
Yeah, he's a man of labeling.
That was added after the fact. It's not
He's got-
authentic.
He's got a
Well, you
label
don't know
printer
that.
that goes on every heart. All right, so you guys have your prisoner in tow. You sense that you were probably sent here for a reason. It doesn't seem that this clearly something to kill you guys, more just to keep you occupied. And let's take a quick bathroom break before we wrap up. We got about like another 30 minutes. So we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Good move.
I definitely think we should take a short rest when we're at the keep because
Okay,
we're
I
all
need
looking a
more
little.
tea.
Besides fucking Clara, we're all looking a little green behind the ears.
No, but if it was an ambush, they're probably attacking. Keep. Although I don't know if they know that we left because we took the secret exit.
I think there's a traitor in the keep.
For sure.
That fucking tiefling. I don't trust her. Him.
Right. Aided. Falcon Moon.
Color me impressed that you have that name written down.
Of course. I did not take any notes for the maybe first 2 sessions, but since then I'm trying to keep I have like 3 or 4 pages of notes.
Oh god, my ear still hurts, boys. Still got splinters all up in there.
Damn. Damn shingle splinters. Try to open up a shutter with your ear. That's what you get.
Monsters. Oh god, can you look at my ear? It really freaking hurts.
I need some healing.
And then I feel his drunk hands like all wet from the alcohol still.
I just put
Playing in my
finger
wound,
in
just
his
hurting
ear.
me more. Gonna take 1 point of damage because he's rubbing my ears with all his dirty hands.
No, I'm just gonna put my finger full of booze in the air here.
Ah, gee!
It's for disinfection.
Wait, what kind of alcohol have you been drinking? Are you drinking?
All kind of
what?
alcohol.
It's the good stuff.
It's
I was gonna
all
say,
the good stuff.
Is it like an endless flask of like mead?
Yeah, it's many things.
Something like a yeast that could be infected?
And then when
No,
I give a little wink to Monsters.
Those healing herbs, right?
Smoking herbs.
Back.
Welcome back. I think as soon
Sorry,
as
everyone here?
Phiasko Sky is back, we'll continue.
That was a good bathroom break. 10 out of 10 bathroom break, DM.
10 out of 10.
I was on the verge saying I gotta go to the bathroom, and then you called the bathroom break.
Yep. I think we've got about just about 30 minutes left in the session.
Can I ask you something? What
Of
time
course.
is it in game right now?
That's an excellent question. It's approaching about 3 a.m. in game.
We are going to sleep.
Can't.
I'm
Hard to sleep
just
in a
drop
siege.
down and fall asleep right there.
Would you really like to? I can make that happen.
I hop on Monster's back and I go, "Can I take a little nap, buddy?"
I'm just gonna no. Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm just tumbling around. You can't jump on my back.
Can I roll acrobatics
He
to jump on
doesn't
his
walk,
back?
he just tumbles.
Can I roll to jump on his back? What do I roll?
I would count the roll with an acrobatic.
No, I'm okay with it. I'll do it. What is it? What do I roll? Acrobatics.
You
athletics?
guys can have an acrobatic contest here to see who rolls the
I'm jumping
higher.
on Monster's back. Let's go.
Oh, that's a 20 for me.
Oh, 22. I'm on Monster's back.
What are we doing?
I rest my head on his shoulder and I take a little 10-minute nap. I short rest. Can I do that?
No. These two
Then I close my eyes a little bit and I look at the side of his face, enjoying the moment.
These two buffoons are playing leapfrog over here. Nothing to worry about.
Yes. You
All
can't
right.
stop me. So do you try to take me off or do you accept it?
No,
I'm not holding you. I'm just like.
I'm holding myself on your back.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm just gonna walk and stumble around.
A drunk monsters. I'm on the shoulders of a drunk. Now, I'm like holding my hands over his shoulders. I mean, not like my feet on his shoulders. Like a backpack.
Yeah. That's what I
Make
figured.
sense? Yeah.
With your legs around my thigh.
If I did that, I would have to.
Oh, They like that. They like the
Oh
sound
yeah,
of that.
they excited.
Oh, Aaron's right. All right, so let's head back to the keep.
Okay. So as you guys start to pack up towards the keep, you hear, splitting the night, yet another ferocious roar of the dragon that has been besieging the town of Greenest.
I hop off of Monctur's back and I look up at the sky.
As you look up to the sky, you see swooping low over the keep, the dragon that, excuse me, the dragon that has, like I said, been besieging the town of Greenest.
That's not the keep.
Yeah, I hope you guys aren't doing
that's the keep.
anything finagling here. I'm over here. Yeah, there we go.
I teleport to the keep.
All right, so the
It's only
players.
30 feet away.
Yeah, I need to set the map scale. I assume you guys are going back through the secret tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a good
What is
call.
this dragon doing?
So as you guys come back up from the basement of the keep, we return to the barricade.
Are we still hearing the dragon outside?
Yes, so the dragon itself has been flying around. As you kind of as you go through the tunnel here, you find that there are more people that have clustered inside of the inner keep, and everybody seems to be in a panic. Everybody's kind of rushing about. And from your vantage point, I believe... No, you guys haven't quite entered the main hall yet.
Is it a sally port? Is that how it's called?
No, we're not in a sally port.
No,
but
this is
the
a
question-
secret
There was
tunnel.
a-
The Sally Port is out
No,
front.
but is that what the sally port is over here?
That was
Yeah, that's the
Correct.
Sally
Yes, I remembered this time. Okay,
Port.
just want to make sure. Go ahead.
Like, you know the term Sally Forth?
Never heard that before.
Nor have I.
Nope.
All right, so
It's
so
classic in medieval warfare.
carrying on. Sally Forth.
I've-
Sally Ho.
Yeah, sorry. I grew up French Canadian, so
So
English
you
terms,
guys
not
enter the
much.
keep amidst confusion and panic.
Who comes in
Okay.
first?
I'll go in first. Screw it.
I got a cultist with me. I don't want to come in just like, hey, everybody's panicked, and then here's this guy.
What's going on?
So upon entering, the first person that you see here is the leader of the local religion, Agent Falcon Moon. He turns to you and says, "Oh, thank goodness you've returned. They stormed the keep while you were away. I fear perhaps there was a setup. Well, we've managed to hold this inner building, but you'll want to see to Escobar as soon as possible." And you see over the heads of the locals that Escobar is holed up at the door with a couple of guards trying to hold the door at bay.
All right, so let's proceed over to Escobar.
Escobar, excuse me. I should
Escobar.
be correct with my
Let me see
pronunciation.
Escobar.
I kind of look behind me at Ezra. I'm like, I might have to kill that cultist because
I
Not a lot
grab
of
him by
room.
the collar, and then I drag him over me to Escobar.
Escobar.
Escobar birthday.
Governor Tarba Nighthill, the governor of the town, notices as you approach. You actually see that he's donned a short sword himself. He looks like he's got kind of a spark in his eyes that maybe hasn't been there for many a year. And he turns to you and says, "Grim deeds indeed, my friend. Thank you for returning. I trust that you were able to save the mill as you've saved everything else in this horrible night."
it was a trap.
Can I make a suggestion?
Of course.
Can we move all the peasants and everything in like 2 squares or 1 square so we can see what's going on?
No, it's a crowded room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Come
It
on.
just makes it hard to see what's going on.
Well,
It's
With
a
the names.
That's
just like it would look if you were really here.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Then
That's
we're all
a-
standing
that's
on
a
each
good
other's
Maybe
lap.
we shouldn't tell him that it was a trap. Maybe we should just be like, yeah, we saved it.
But I do have this cultist by the collar sitting next to me on the ground, so
Well, keep hold of him for now. I'm afraid we have bigger problems to deal with, mainly the ones that are still outside. They
How did
appear
get
to
in? Did they break the inner walls?
Well, despite our securing of the Sally port, it appears that perhaps that was again the breached weakness of our... We were never meant to hold off an attack. This is a peaceful farming village, says Governor Tarbaugh Nighthill.
Well, we saved your mill.
Well, if we live out the night, I'll certainly be appreciative of that. We were able to drive them back from this main tower, but I'm afraid that the outer courtyard is lost.
Is there any way out onto the walls from inside the keep?
No, that is one of the perks of the secure tower, is that the only way out is through our main door. We've barricaded the side door, as you may be able to see here. That no longer exists. That's completely gone for plot purposes.
We've cemented everything.
However, the only way in or out is through the tunnel or these main doors here.
How many of them were there?
Well, we retreated as soon as we saw the initial breach. They appeared to be streaming in looking for loot, and they haven't bothered us inside the main keep. We were able to barricade the door. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you for that beautiful artwork there. We were able to barricade the main door, and they haven't tried to further press us.
Okay. What's the plan?
Well, we could have them all go. Is there an upstairs to here?
Yes,
Nope.
there is an upstairs that leads
What?
up to the top of the tower.
Oh,
We could-
Outside.
I thought both stairways were going downstairs.
Why don't we all leave
How would that
with
work?
the secret tunnel?
If we go up, we're stuck in here.
No, if we go up, we can at least see what's going on.
Is there another floor? Is there
there.
another like
Yeah,
inner
there's another
floor,
floor.
or does it go straight outside?
No, the staircase goes up several levels and then disappears into the upstairs. There's no other floor. It goes up to the top.
Are
of the
there
tower.
any windows on the upper levels?
It doesn't appear so.
Okay. Oh, I do need to ask Escobar if he has a place I can put this cultist temporarily inside this keep.
We have several guardsmen left that would be able to keep watch of him. If you care, we can keep him here next to the cellar.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right, you've been
And
relieved
I'm
of
gonna
your
look to
cultist.
him. Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and say I saved him from once. If he acts up, then the warlock can have his heart.
I like it.
Let's see. I think, well, we could help them try and escape, but it would be a lot more dangerous outside.
Can somebody go up there and like see if it's
Yes.
safe enough to look what's
I'll-
going on in the courtyard?
I'll go
Feeling
up.
like I can be useful.
I have
to walk
a
out.
plan, because there's no windows upstairs, so...
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
gonna be
there's
wide
no windows.
open up there.
It's gonna be open. Yeah, I mean the only thing that I'm concerned about a dragging flying over. But if somebody can see if the dragon, if it's not, then peek over the edge without getting hurt, and see what that courtyard looks like out there.
Yeah, I was just saying that's probably our best choice is to actually look and see what's out there, engage, because we might be able to fight back and push them out, depending on how many are out there.
If we have a secure
We're
hold
all
on this
very
and
low
nobody's
now.
coming in, I think we need
I
to
know,
take a
yeah.
nap.
But I mean, right now, like the only way they can come in, they would be funneled. They would be stuck and have to funnel through. We have all these extra guards. We can have these.
We
people
don't know
go-
how many are out there. Do you
Deep
remember
into
what
the
we
cellar?
saw before we walked in? There's a dragon out there. We gotta get out of here.
We need to
Yeah.
take a rest. And if this
We
place,
can't-
if we have a secure hold in this tower right here,
We gotta sneak everybody in out from the secret tunnel.
I don't know if I trust sleeping in here.
Yeah, it could be really dangerous.
As
and somebody
as
help
you
them-
say that, you hear the roar of the dragon that's been
Motherfucking dragon.
Oh my god!
swoop over the keep, letting loose a mighty dragon-esque roar, and swirling about. You hear the sound of wings overhead, and you actually hear in your head a mighty voice, as any of those of you that may not be familiar with dragons. They are actually very intelligent creatures, and everybody kind of claps their hands over their ears as it appears that everybody hears this. And from your head you hear the mighty voice of this beast clamor out, "Seek my champion outside if you hope to leave this night alive."
Champion.
I look at Mikester's.
I think
Sure.
That sounds like a job for a hero.
Let's do it.
And then I take my bagpipes out, and
Let's
I start
do
to. I don't know if I need to do anything to.
Are we
Go.
gonna seek out this champion right now?
yeah, that's
Who
the
knows?
only thing we can do.
So I walk right
Let's
behind
go
Mike.
for it. We just walk out. That's the only thing we can do.
Any of
Oh,
you
let-
have
Well,
some
wait, wait,
advantages or
Let me
something?
get
Let's-
some health back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to like use lay on hands or something because we can't
Yeah.
really short rest in here.
How long is the short rest, Nick?
15 minutes.
We could short rest in here.
We could short
I
rest.
mean, if the champion wants a duel, we could negotiate with him to allow us some time.
And he can wait fucking 15 minutes.
Oof.
I mean,
Let's
damn.
do one thing. Hold on. Can I want to cast minor illusion of the door being closed on top of the door.
Okay. You're
and
lucky.
I want to just
You're lucky in that this door actually opens inward instead of outward.
pull it open and
Is that
just
canon?
look outside.
It's canonical.
Or
It's
enter
canonical.
one of the-
Is that written in the book?
As you look outside, you see that the courtyard is completely deserted. You see that the doors across the way to the sanctuary and the bunker appear to have been broken down and are completely hanging off of their hinges. The library itself appears to be trailing smoke out the door, and it appears that perhaps a party has come through here and quickly looted the place, but no one appears to be in immediate vision of the keep.
I'm going to cautiously step out then.
As you scan the skies, you see to the east, the sun is rising. It is about 4 a.m. now, and it's kind of the early dawn. The sun itself hasn't quite come over the horizon. However, the first gleams of light are coming through, and it's just beginning to break.
So there's no enemies.
No enemies in the courtyard.
I'm going to the library and I'm going to see what the damage is.
I'd look at Mike.
Alright,
and I guess I'll- Lose concentration on my illusion
Sure.
on the door. It's open.
I look at
Alright,
Mike
so-
and I start to walk slowly.
I go out and start to roll, preparing for a fight and everything.
No, and then I see
drop
my
down
sister
because
start
there's
to-
nothing.
Yeah, so as you guys continue moving into the courtyard, you see that there is nothing from the initial gleams of light, which begin to grow a little bit stronger. We're able to see a little bit further. Quick shout out to Rafflegaster. Ryan, thanks for joining us, man. I'm glad you popped in for a little bit during your work. But to everybody else, you guys enter into the courtyard. And Clara, as you peek into the library, you see that the books specifically have been targeted. Anything that looks like it might have held any visible information has been piled up in the center of the room and lit ablaze, as it looks like perhaps someone was trying to destroy any information that might have been collected here.
Is it still on fire?
It is smoking quite heavily, and the flames look like they've kind of started to dwindle as the last of the fuel of the books is snuffed out.
So they're all burned.
They're more or less burned. You might be able to save something, but
Can you?
I'll try to save what I can. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation.
Of course.
What's left of the fire.
Blah, blah, blah.
as you pick up one of the tomes that appears to have been piled in the center, you open the first cover and you find a biography of Tarbar Nighthill.
I put it back in the fire.
My life as the governor of
I put it
Greenest.
back in the fire.
No,
Just kidding.
Well, mending. Why don't you cast mending on it to repair it?
Because it's Tarbor Nighthill's.
Because it's
Well,
ash.
yeah,
You
it's
can't mend
ashes.
ash back into a book.
Yeah, ashes are a little bit too much. If it's like torn up paper, that's good.
Yeah,
But
true.
Well, that's not written in the player handbook. I'm sorry
Well-
to tell you.
it is actually
Damn it.
Actually,
under mending.
we know it's
You
Tarbor Nighthill's book, so we could just ask him while we're resting. For love of God, we need to rest.
Monksters, as you kind of step forward out of the keep, you notice that the doors of the keep have been completely sabotaged. They surely will not lock again, at least not without some extensive repair, and the doors themselves have been broken in here to the point that it looks like someone has almost forced their way in and out at the same time.
Jesus.
Let's see.
We gotta do something with the door if we want to stay here for a while.
They said something about a champion. What's going on here? There's nothing outside. Then I start to walk towards the top here, and then I climb the ladder.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
don't do that!
Wrong button.
The players collectively had a heart attack.
We're like, no!
As you climb the tower, and the sun fully comes up over the horizon, you're able to see out amongst the town as dramatic reveal.
Oh, Jesus.
The cult of the dragon, or at least the members that are still in the immediate vicinity, appear to have gathered themselves in the town square. You look down and you see the dragon himself perched upon the far roof here. You see that the cult itself has kind of collected itself in this square. From your vantage point, you're able to recognize the people from earlier, mainly the key players being Furlath Mandam, who we can now show the name. Furlan Mandath, yep, that one. Who we can now show the nameplate for, which should be visible to everybody. Advanced name seat. There we go, Furlan Mandath. And you also see the large half dragon, who is blue, having his spear kind of drawn across the throat of this maiden woman here.
Oh God.
And as you look further, you actually see that there are several children being held by kobolds at dagger
happening
point
again.
here, directly inside the barricade.
Nobody let Azrael up the ladder. Block
Quick!
the ladder.
Knock the ladders down!
Knock him off.
What's going on out there?
Nothing!
Oh, nothing.
Go talk to Nighthell!
Block the gate for anything
could
that
you-
Ezreal Sky could do.
Hey, Azrael, could you bring this biography back to the governor? I think you want to make sure that his book is in good condition.
Hey, this door looks broken over here.
Yeah, you
No,
don't.
it's fine. We got
No,
this.
it's
We
booby
got
traps.
this.
The door's booby traps.
So,
Don't go near
the
it.
cultists
Poison.
see us?
So they're all looking
You're
directly
only
at the
50 feet
keep.
off.
And they see Bjoren peek over the corner, and from the town square you hear not a magnified voice, so, you know, it's kind of carrying across the dawn, but it is the shape of the humanoid, 7 feet tall, blue scaled, wicked claw bearing, muzzle and reptilian eye of a dragon born that is holding this woman.
Half dragon.
Half dragon. It's dragonborn. This one is dragonborn.
Oh, okay.
And from your vantage point again, you can make out a woman, a teenage boy in a blood-soaked tunic, and 2 children. The half-dragon creature hails the keep. Defenders of Greenest, this has been a successful night, and I'm feeling generous. Do you see these 4 pitiful, useless prisoners? We have no need for them. So, I will gladly trade them back to you. Send out your best warrior to fight me, and you may have these 4 in exchange. I promise you by my honor, their lives.
So, he saw me first, right?
No, he's just.
So I scream back at him. I scream back. I find it quite unfair that after such a long night, you send a rested champion our way, and we get nothing but a very tired group of
Can
adventurers.
I wave Bjoren down?
And then I just
At the same time, I look at Ezreal's guy, and
Who are you talking to out there?
Away,
No one.
and tell
Knock him out.
Boy, it's your time to shine, my friend.
Knock
Well-
him out.
So can I shout out to the Dragonborn?
I like said I understand that Clara wants to
Oh
speak.
wait, hold on. I will cast Thaumaturgy on Clara to make your voice louder.
I don't
So
think
they
I
can hear
really.
you.
They're only 50 feet away.
Oh, you're still screaming.
Yeah, but
Okay.
their big
What-
boss, the dragon, has
Yeah.
to say over
You
everything,
just
right?
want to talk so your voice is normal.
Whisper it.
Such a loud whisper. That'd be so
So
scary.
I just want to ask the Dragonborn if he'll allow us some time to deliberate and properly choose our champion, so that he doesn't have a dissatisfactory fight.
Appealing to his honor. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
With advantage. Okay, I don't have very good persuasion, so
Oh, see.
but I do have advantage, so that's going to be a 19. Do I have any bonus to that?
Hey.
19 will be good enough.
Just a flat 19.
I will give you 15 minutes. After
Sure.
that,
Specifically.
Okay.
my offer
I'll
is
take it.
forfeit.
I just want to sleep.
All right, let's do a short rest, and I volunteer. I'll fight him.
So if I want to use 2 hit dice, is it 2d8 plus 2 or plus 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 hit dice as well.
So do I roll 1d8 plus 2 twice, or do I roll 2d8 plus 2?
It's just 2d8. You don't add.
Well, I get plus 2. It says because I'm a bard. I'm guessing.
That's just how much HP you get.
Oh, yeah.
So what are we doing? Sorry.
That's how much you
Short
get
rest.
per level. The hit dice are just a d8, and that's it.
Okay.
Oh, see, well,
And-
even mine, when I use short rest, it says your
My-
hit die is 1d8 plus 1, total 4.
My mistake, Clara. Your knowledge of Arcana is truly greater than mine. You do actually recognize this as a half dragon, not as a dragonborn.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Ideal for that.
So 2d8. Give me something good. 7, yes. And 1, damn it.
Let's see.
Okay, 18. That feels good.
You're getting health back? I want health back.
Well,
Yeah, when you short rest, you spend a hit dice roll.
Oh, we're short resting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me do my hit dice.
I don't actually need to spend any hit dice.
While you guys collect yourself and ready your weapons, more people begin to accumulate near the gate, sensing that perhaps the threat is at least marginally safe
Yeah,
to
so I
emerge
guess
from
I'll
the keep.
relay to the governor that the half dragon outside the keep wants.
Oh, he's right next to you.
Okay.
And,
Oh,
and,
he is right behind me.
and from the walls, one of the particular guardsmen steps up, and as he looks over, he looks down upon the prisoners, and he realizes kind of this kind of white pale falls over him. He clutches his spear, and says, "That's my sister. That's her children. Governor, you must allow me. You must allow me to fight this monster. I must do everything I can."
Do you think you can do better than one of us, sir?
Well,
We've been out here fighting this threat all night.
And that down there is a paladin. I'm sure you're aware they're
He points with the ruler.
tailor-made for fighting monsters.
What? What's going on?
somebody
You can't hear me. You're too far away.
You're too far away. Go away. Go away, Ezreal.
Don't worry, Ezreal. It's your time to shine, my friend. Prepare your great sword.
We'll let you loose in a minute.
I'm honestly willing to fight him.
Somebody must accept this challenge. I cannot let them die.
Should we?
Not after
should you-
surviving so long into this hellish night.
We have to ask them to send the prisoners first. I can try to ask.
I doubt he will do it.
Well, how else are we gonna try to save them?
Dragons are honorable. They don't usually
Tick
welcome
tock,
like
my heroes. Your
It's been
15 minutes
minutes.
draws to an end.
It has not been 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Actually, I guess. Yeah, if we
Yeah.
short rest, it has been.
yeah, I'm 100% down. I'll go fight him. I have
You'll
the
fight
most
him?
health. I have the most health, and I could do
We
the
put a
most damage.
paladin over there that really likes to fight. Are you sure about this?
Well, you do have Hellish Rebuke, so you might be able
Yeah.
to do more damage. But if you
Yeah.
run out of spell slots in the middle of the fight, you're done.
Well, we
I
should
honestly-
rested so you got all our spells back.
Ezreal, are you aware
Yeah,
of
but
the
yes.
the consequences and what's going on down here?
We've left him in the dark purposefully.
I'm lost.
He's just down in the
We
courtyard,
just go
like
there,
looking out the gate.
talking to Mugsters, listening to them, charm them a little bit.
Yeah, there's a big fight coming up, Ezreal. The big fight.
What? Who's fighting who?
Okay, I'm
Outside.
gonna go down.
There's
I'll bring
people, there's
Ezreal on the whole
hostages.
thing.
They need a
There's a
fighter. They
half-dragon
need a
out there.
warrior, a champion for the cause. Will you rise to the challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second, I'm doing some math. Hey,
Shoot off the
add
cricket sounds.
10 of my lay on hands on. By the way,
On who?
on
Do you,
me.
do you have 32 hit points?
I have 36.
Okay,
normal,
gotcha.
but I wanted to get closer. Okay, fill me in. What is going on?
There's a half
hostage
dragon
situation.
outside who wants our champion to fight him, and he'll let go of some hostages that he has.
That's it. They're just gonna let go of some hostages if we fight
Yes.
a champion.
We fight their champion, they let go of the hostages.
Where are we fighting this champion at?
Out in the courtyard? Or
This
in the
courtyard
town
that I'm
square?
standing in?
The town square.
I don't trust it.
We gotta try to. I'll either get the
How many-
hostages back, or just try to get the courtyard cleared a little bit, because this is too many enemies in the middle. I'm not trusting this.
Can we try to ask them to
How about
fight
here?
in this courtyard?
We
Well,
can try.
I'm sure it'll be an honorable fight. I don't think they'll. I mean, do anything really sketchy.
Can I climb
have
back
no
up
reason-
the
Or in
gate?
between?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the half dragon where does he want the fight to take place?
He kind of lets loose a couple of smoke trails from his nose as you see he's chuckling, and he says, "This will be an honorable duel between one combatant and another. I assure you, none of my men will cause you any trouble until I take your life."
So you won't have any problems with having this take place inside the courtyard?
I fear that would be a stretch. You'll forgive me for thinking that perhaps we are in the realm of bargain and you are not. Or shall I perhaps make it 3 prisoners instead of 4 that I will release?
I'll fight him.
Yeah, he wants to fight outside.
Fucking
I'll fight him.
step out those goddamn gates, Ezreal. Pop those wings!
I can't pop the wings. I can't. I need a long rest.
Cliffhanger.
Are you
I
sure
will fight your champion.
When I see Mug down there with Azrael, I run down. Get right next to them.
Ah.
You got this, Ezreal.
Perhaps
We got it
finally a worthy opponent. Here are my conditions. I shall release the children, forthence. You shall not deviate from this one-on-one combat we have arranged. No tricks, no underhanded plays, and once this fight concludes, you shall have the woman here. And he kind of takes a strange sniff of her, holding his spear, kind of drawing it across her. Yeah, that's a little weird. You know, he's a half dragon. Do we have an accord?
I will fight you clean and fair with no tricks. The warlock will stay behind the wall. It's just me and you.
Excellent.
Send the children first.
Gladly. And he snaps his claws, I guess. And the kobold release the children, who quickly dash into the courtyard,
We
and
would like.
and
Sorry,
are
go ahead.
greeted by their uncle. Sorry.
We would like to also guard the woman. You don't need to send her inside, but we would like to be next to her.
I think I shall hold her until the end of this contest, but you have my word.
All right. He did send
About
the
the
children.
1v1? This is fucking weird.
It's a duel.
I can't
It
do
is
any.
a-
I'm looking for anything to help you. I can't do anything.
Classic lawful evil villain.
Now, and he says as he hops down from his perch on the lip of the well, I want to make sure that we are perfectly clear. Anyone who attempts to intervene will forfeit this woman's life. Do you understand?
I understand, and I turn around and look at our warlock.
When he turns around, I walk in front of him. I tap him on the shoulder and I go, "You got this, buddy." And I use prestidigitation to make his armor all shiny and clean.
Wow, the most noble use of prestidigitation you've ever used.
And then I walk back. And then I throw a little poop on his shoes. No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I keep them clean.
All right.
The redemption.
I give him
He did
a
himself.
taste of my brew before you go.
Oh.
What?
Think that it's gonna cheer you up.
It's
It's gonna make me happy. I'm gonna go in with a smile, like, "Hey,
It's the happy juice. Good night, my friend.
let's do this. Let's fight, okay?"
All right,
It's
Azrael.
gonna help you.
This is horrible. Like, none of us have any spell slots or nothing.
Well, I would
Don't you have-
have had one spell slot.
Don't you have your smites still?
That's a spell slot.
Did you,
Alright.
how many spell slots did you use?
I've since we started this campaign, 3.
Oh god.
All
We
right.
haven't long rested at all.
All right,
We're
Azrael.
gonna,
haven't
get there.
long
We're
rest.
gonna get there next. I bet. After this, it's getting late. It's like the sun's coming up already. So
It's 4
Yep.
a.m.
The sun is rising over the east, as the raiding party stands around this courtyard. Azrael walks between the barriers, approaching this monstrous 7-foot tall half dragon, wielding a spear with a great sword on his waist. He actually pulls his spear to the side and gives you quite the deep bow. It appears that despite his evil tendencies, he is indeed true in this honor of the duel. He spies this bard and monk creeping up, and points over his he points his spear over your shoulder, Azrael, and says, "Make certain that they do not attempt to interfere. One further step, and the woman's life is forfeit."
I bowed down a little bit, just making him understand that I'm not trying to get further. I just want to get close
Yeah,
to make sure.
I just bow my
everything's
head a
fine.
bit. Like,
This monk and bard are
I
no
just-
concern of yours. They will not do anything. They will honor this fight as I will, and then I'm gonna, hold a fist up and slam it against my chest in respect as a salute to him and his honor.
He matches your salute, and you guys both roll for initiative.
Do, 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 do. Where's my rolls?
That +0 is gonna kill you. I'm so sad. Good night, Aaron.
Oh yeah.
Good night, Azrael.
I mean, at worst, he has to wait, what, one turn?
Oh,
So
Jesus!
you.
Yeah, there's only 2
Every
turns. So.
goddamn time.
You still have your channel divinity, right?
Huh? Do.
Yeah, he should.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
because once per short
You get
rest.
it back after a short rest, so yeah.
But my oath spell.
Oh, Jesus.
What's your oath spell?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, look at that name, boys, though. Holy Jesus. Langdedrosa Cyanrath. That's not bad.
all right, so
Good name.
Scion Wrath, the half-blue dragon, pulls his spear out, crosses it in front of his body, does kind of an elegant kata, and begins the fight. He has the first blow. He strikes out. Gonna need to change the
Roll
music
low.
here. This is exciting. 12 against your armor class. Not gonna hit.
Ooh, yes.
Not gonna hit, so he's gonna miss.
Correct. He does, however,
Woo!
have
No, that's real.
the perquisite of a multi-attack, since he is a seasoned veteran. And the second attack that you were not expecting comes through with a 22.
What?
That's the hit, not the damage.
Strikes for 9 piercing damage.
Strikes for 9. Ouch.
You're gonna one shot him.
I mean, no.
Oh, Jesus!
How little health did you have? I thought you had 32 health.
Yeah.
But it was a lie. He had 11 health.
Yeah, sorry.
Come,
Oh, Jesus.
let us have a contest.
Contest of blows.
Contest
you
of
got.
blows. So it's now my hit.
Now it is your turn. He has his spear drawn. He's currently 5 feet away from you, utilizing the reach of his spear, and he's kind of in the defensive position, ready for your blow.
Okay, so I'm nervous. Damn it. Damn it.
This is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Ooh, an
That's pretty good.
18.
18. Is it gonna hit?
With your greatsword, you come clashing down upon Scion Wrath. You attempt to cleave through his natural defenses. Despite his heavy armor, you're able to land a solid blow.
You scared
All
me.
right. Solid
Scary.
blow. Damn it. All right. So how? Pause. Okay. How does this work? For my sacred weapon, it says as an action you imbue a weapon with. It gives. I don't
You're cutting
do
out a little
sacred
bit.
weapon as an action only. Like, I have sacred weapon and I just add that modifier to my hit. Correct?
It's just to the hit.
Okay. So channel divinity with sacred weapon. Is that what I need to say?
It says as an action, so yeah, it takes up an action itself.
Just to
use
so
it.
I wouldn't be able to hit.
No.
Okay.
But you already hit, so it only provides a bonus to the attack roll, like the roll to hit.
Correct.
Right.
So
So,
now
I
you're rolling
would
damage.
have to give up an action in a turn.
Yeah.
You should have cast it before we started, basically.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to hit.
Well, you got the hit. That's okay.
Okay, so 2d6.
That's a strong hit.
2d6 plus.
Give me that 12. Go, Azrael, go! Woo!
Ooh, not bad, not bad.
I'll take 11.
11 damage. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Above average, above average.
Above average, indeed.
It's just a little tap on the cheek by my greatsword.
Pow!
The flat side of it. Pow! Right in the jaw.
All right. Any bonuses or movement or anything like that?
I'm fresh out of those.
All right.
Fresh.
Landra Dagosta kind of reeling from your blow, but not too horribly damaged from it. Takes a step back. Also, I assume that you moved up to attack with your greatsword since it has a reach of 5 feet.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move you. We'll move you in just a little bit.
Sorry.
So kind of pacing around you with his spear still drawn. He kind of looks you deep into the eye, tilts his head just a little bit, and says, "You don't appear to be like the others. Perhaps, had our paths crossed at a different time, Rezmir could have had a use for you."
Rezmir.
And he stabs out again with a 21 to hit against your AC.
Yep.
5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage. Who is this that could have had a use for me?
The Resmir.
Coming across again, after he makes his stab, tries to hit you on the side of the head with the butt of his spear with a 13. But you're able to duck underneath of it, I assume. 13 AC.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
You completely miss.
And it's back to you. Your turn.
Hit him in the penis. Oh,
Ah.
Swinging out with a 12, your blow is easily dodged by the half dragon. Surprisingly agile, for his size. He lets out a puff of smoke from his nostrils and says, "Ha! Is this the best that this pitiful town has to offer? Come, let us take it to true blows." And he sets aside his spear, kind of tosses it to this kobold here, and pulls out his great sword. He uses this weapon swap as an opportunity to take another attack with his great sword instead. However, swings out with a 10, which will not strike you against your AC.
we're getting the
You should have
numbers.
kept the spear, beast.
Your turn again, Azrael.
All right.
Nice. Oh, Jesus.
No.
What's going on?
My great sword is a swing and a miss. Ah.
Perhaps I was incorrect about you. Maybe your only worth is as a challenge to me. And he swings out again with his great sword. 21 to hit. The damage. 2d6. 11 slashing damage across
11.
Azrael's sky.
It's getting low, boys.
And he continues to kind of pace around you as he makes these blows.
Hold on. Damn it, that's an action. All right. I'm going to have to deplete the rest of my lay on hands pool myself, just to get some health back so I can live.
Good idea.
So I'll be back up at a 17, but that depletes an action. And
We can't do anything. We all can't do anything.
nobody can do it. I can't do anything. Exhausted spell slots.
I'm trying to think of something I can do. There's nothing.
I don't know. There might be something I'm missing, but let me look.
Any other actions?
Nope, that's all I got. That's an action, so it's up to you.
Okay. The beast, as it were, draws back his arm for another swing. He comes in with a
God.
critical blow,
Dude, your
Oh.
fucking rolls, man. Jesus.
striking
Oh
for
my God.
23 slashing damage.
Oh!
Bye.
He comes down, cleaving into your shoulder, with a blow that drops you to your knees. You fall to the dirty ground of Greenest, and as you look up into the eyes of this beast, standing 7 feet above you, you see just beyond him the sun rise over his shoulder. The smoke of Greenest clouds the air as your vision begins to fade, and Scion Wrath bends down and says, "You were not the challenge I was hoping for.
You should have said you were not prepared.
Perhaps the next one." And he lets loose another blow, giving you one failed death save. So you are currently at 1 of 3 failed death saves. but after he does that, he turns around and looks to the elves that are standing there beside him. Kind of gives a curt head nod to the kobolds that are holding the woman and says, I am, well, I suppose you could call me a man. I am of my word, we'll say. Here, take the pitiful wench. We have what we need from your town. And he pushes her in the small of the back over into your arms, Monksters. And then brassly turns, doesn't even look at you guys, and begins to walk to the south. And as he does, the whole group, including the dragon, begins to take wing and move to the southern part of the town as they kind of begin to vacate the area.
Oh, wait.
You're stealing Ezreal?
They're taking Ezreal and Bjoren and monsters with them.
Did I take them? Yeah, I wasn't supposed to take them. That's all right.
Just move yourselves away so you can move everybody else.
Yeah, move yourself, Ezreal.
Anyways, the rest of them move out of range of the town center.
Wait, I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on Ezreal's guy.
Oh, wait.
It's a cantrip.
I don't know, I can just...
And-
Yeah, go ahead.
It brings him back to 1 health.
Go ahead, actually. That's pretty fucking strong.
Who else has one of those abilities?
Well, I could heal you if I wasn't out of everything.
I could heal myself if I wasn't.
Oh, it doesn't bring him back to 0.
Oh no!
Stable.
No, it just makes him stable. He's not gonna die.
And as the last of the cult retreats to the south, the dragon lets out one last mighty roar, and then flies off to the south.
So can I...
Alright.
Is there something I can do to get him back from the dead? Like a medicine check or something?
He's not dead. He's stable.
Yeah, he's stable
Well,
now.
he's stable, but can I...
Yeah.
Like, because I have nothing to heal him. And he's got 0 HP.
Well,
Is there a way to heal him, or...?
so they backed off, right?
Yeah, so stable means
We're
1
not under
HP.
siege.
The
Oh, okay.
the dawn breaks. It's now about 4:30 in the morning, and the sun has just started to peek over the eastern horizon. And all about the town is quiet. There's no more sound. Things have kind of reached the end of what is assuredly the most horrific night in the history of Greenest.
So I put Azrael's arm around my shoulder, and I start to walk with him.
Let's see. Stable creature doesn't make death saving throws, even though it has 0 hit points, but it does remain unconscious. Creature stops being stable. Blah blah blah. A stable creature that isn't healed regains 1 hit point after 1d4 hours. I'm assuming. So, can we take a long rest now? We're not under siege.
We'll see. We gotta go home first.
We're
You're dragging me in?
Yeah, we're both walking.
back into the keep. We will find out next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
On Dragon Ball Z! No, on the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We'll catch you guys next week on Monday. Yes, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it might be our time. All right.
I think so, yep.
We'll hope
Let's
to see you
try
next
to-
week on Monday.
Do it.
That fight took a grand total of like 12 seconds, also. Maybe 18.
Wait, that was a sad display.
We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll work on that fight length.